Hey guys, welcome to Platinum 3 Protoss. Oh my god. Guess what? Remember those warpins? Those slow warpins? Back in bronze and
Oh,
silver and gold?
yeah.
Oh my god.
But it's fun knowing I support you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Salty Crabbag, and also thank you, Zedbor, for the 17 and the 8-month resubs, guys. Much love.
Oh,
And
yeah.
68, thank you very much for the 14. Thank you, guys.
Time boss.
But yeah, guys, remember those slow warpins? Remember those fucking slow warpins? They sucked. Not good. They're terrible. Well, guess what?
Oh, yeah.
Not anymore. Rapid fire warpins.
You the man.
Yo, thank you very much, Psychop68. If you guys are coming from the Platinum Tips video of rapid fire, dude, get excited. Rapid fire is life-changing for Protoss. For macro purposes. And again, we'll talk about it more throughout this stream today. But it's super nice. It's super duper nice, guys. I like it. Let's go ahead and build our gas. Stack all my patches. Right now we have 2 on every patch except for 1 right there. And honestly, if this guy wants to steal my... Okay, I was just about to say. If he's going to steal my gas, actually just fucking let him do it. It's all good. Like, I don't want him to steal my gas, but if he... You know, this is your average player, right? Your average player is what you like to call a dickhead. Oh, we're getting cannon rushed. Okay, so if this guy's going to cannon rush us now... 2 probes in my base. Yeah, let's pull some probes. Get my probes over here. And A move. Okay. Let's make a zealot, and let's make a cybercore. Okay. Okay, let's talk about this really fast. Let's talk about this game really fast, because this went into from 0 to 100 real
Can't
quick.
understand how to support you with donates. Guess PayPal sucks in Russia.
No, it's your. I don't know.
Yeah.
Izulik? Izwalik? I feel like I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but thank you very much for the 500 bits, dude. And no worries, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Anonymous, thank you for the 30. And holy shit, dude, thank you so much. And Fuffkin, thank you for the gifted subs, boys. Goddamn fiber gift in the chat, dude. Jesus. But guys, let's talk about this game for a second, okay? Oh my god, this went from 0 to 100 real fast. We got cannon rushed. Remember how... Okay, so I actually just said this in a Zerg video as well. It's kind of funny. I'm going to say it now in the Protoss video. I feel like whenever we play a non-mirror match, which means we're not playing the same race as what we are. So if I play against a Zerg or if I play against a Terran, a lot of times it's a macro game. But I feel like whenever you play mirror matches, it's almost always a cheese. I've noticed, I did not notice this last time I made this series, but this time around, holy shit, I get cheesed almost every mirror match.
Yeah.
At least that's what it feels like. So many cheeses with mirror match. Okay. Also, Symptraptor, thank you very much for the bits, dude. Much love, man. But check this out. Okay, watch this, guys. Let me show you some shit. Let me show you some shit. Let's go. Thank you, Anonymous. Much love, dude. And Symptraptor, thank you again for the 100 biddies. Appreciate you guys. So what are we doing again right now? Here's what's going on, right? Here's what's going on.
Hype train.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you very much, dude. So first things first, well, we haven't really talked about it too much yet. We're not going to talk about it a whole lot either. We just got to reference it for a second. Guys, we're playing faster, right? What are we doing in Platinum League now? We're playing even faster than we were before. We are playing even faster. Our new max out timer has dropped by another 30 seconds. Gold League was 10 minutes. And Platinum League is now going to be 9:30. So we're definitely trying to speed our shit up every time and make sure we're going at a more steady, solid, quick pace. And now, another thing we're going to be doing. There's one more thing before we really get into how to deal with this cannon rush. Another thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about pre-fight micro. It's not during fight micro. There's a difference. It's not actual full-on micro. It's pre-fight micro, and what that means is I'm going to teach you guys how to start splitting your units apart. It's super easy, and it's also super efficient at giving you surface area.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
The puzz. Thank you for the $1, dude. Yeah, I can fucking smell it, man. Yes, it smells like a W. I guess it smells like a W worth about 22 ladder points coming right now. But thank you so much for the $1 dono, dude. But yeah, we're going to be talking about pre-fight micro, and obviously this game we didn't really get to do it. I will still talk about how we set this up, because there was one thing about this game that you guys need to understand. Otherwise, you'll fuck yourself. So we'll talk about it. We'll break this down. But in general, again, overall in Platinum League, we're going to be talking about pre-fight micro, right? So check this out. So the game starts. We do our build. We get our pylon. We then build our gateway. We then chrono boost our nexus while taking a gas after we build the gateway. And we go to scout his base now. And there goes the chrono boost, and here comes the gas. Now, I want to show you guys something really fast, okay? I want to show you guys something really fast. Here's a big sign with Cannon Rush, okay? We're gonna really talk about Cannon Rush right now. We're gonna really talk about it. As well, thank you for the 500 bits.
Your build awesome. Achieved D3 from G3 with bronze gold guides as toss.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. You got diamond with my gold level videos. I told you guys. He's not a paid actor, guys. He's a real person with real results. And that's what I'm saying. We're like, even if you play efficient to any degree, you definitely can advance. And yeah, imagine now, as well, like imagine using the platinum efficiency now on top of what the gold was, because platinum's even more efficient, and it's still not even diamond yet. So use those videos, and you'll probably hit diamond too. But thank you so much for the 500 bits, dude. Much love and congrats. So let me tell you guys something super important about Cannon Rush, or about PvP in general. Remember how we always talk about, let's compare our build to his build? Let's compare my build to their build. Look at this. We are building probes. We are chrono boosting our nexus. We are building a pylon. We are just now starting a gateway. Right? We just started a gateway. And my probe is literally leaving my base right as his probe is entering my base. He's already at my fucking base. He's already at my base. That is ridiculously fast. This probe, just to throw it out there, a probe going from base to base takes about 40 seconds. So I can clearly tell that this probe already being at my ramp at about 45 seconds is like right off the bat. This dude just pulled it right away. This is either the first probe he built or he just pulled one off the middle line. It probably was pulled off the middle line. Like, let's go back and watch it just for a second. I want to see what he does. I think he pulls it off the middle line. Yeah, he pulls it off the middle line. Because I was going to say, 45 seconds is fucking early. Like, you have to wait 12 seconds to build a probe. So that probe, if he built the probe, it'd be getting to my base more like around like 52, 51 seconds on average. Like 50 plus. 45 is early. That is so early. And it's because he pulled one of his first 12 probes and sent it to my base. Anyways, so seeing that someone sent a probe to your base that fast I'm not going to say that's a guaranteed cannon rush. But it's definitely a sign of a cannon rush. That's definitely like you're smelling it. Like, that smells like cannons. I can smell them. I know they're coming. It's super relevant to know this. Now, his probe, I see it really early, right? He goes in my base. And look at that movement, okay? Look at the movement for a second. Watch this. Watch the movement. This is another sign of a cannon rusher. Just so you guys know. Look at the movement of his probe. Watch the probe's movement. Okay, I'm dead serious. This is super important. This is advanced shit, but this is how you can read someone's moves. So let me tell you guys about how pathing works in StarCraft 2. What is the mindset of a player who is going to scout your base? They're going to probably do this. Click here, anywhere in this box, for instance. They're going to click anywhere in that green box. They're going to go to the side of your middle line or to the side of your nexus. They're going to go somewhere in this area. Why? Because they want to see your gas investment. They want to see how many probes you're making. They want to see like your economy, essentially. Like, meanwhile, they're also going to check your buildings, but they're going to go straight to your gases first and your nexus first. And they're going to confirm what you're doing with your resources. That's generally what they're going to do. So if the probe was being told to go up here somewhere, you know what it would do? It would hug the left side of this gateway. Like, because look how big the gateway is, right? The probe would go like this. It would go around the gateway and go up. It would just go straight up into the base. no matter if it got clicked over here or if it got clicked over here or anywhere in between. It's going to go around the side of the gateway and go up into the base. Now, if the probe goes like this and goes down for a second, that's fucking... Not only is he early, but now he's moving his probe to the edge of my base to Fog of War. He's not actually scouting the Nexus anymore. He's moving to Fog of War. Watch the probe's movement. Look how the probe moves right now. Watch him go left. See this fucking move right here? This dude is clicking right there. This probe can only go this direction with movement if it's clicked anywhere in a line that goes right here. In this area. Between the box and the probe. So, yeah. No, that's a sign again right there. That's like, okay, this, yep. Early probe. And now he's clicking the sides of my base. This is smelling like a cannon rush. Okay, and now, even furthermore, if you guys notice it on the map, did you notice that? It's really vague. It's like, I'm not going to say that you're going to always notice this in Platinum League. When you're higher level, like Masters League, 100% you'll notice this. But if you see this right here, right there, if you walk past probe number 2, with your first scouting probe, you're like, wow, okay, this guy's already got a probe in my base, and he's got a second probe walking to my base. That's already more than half. Again, this is halfway on the map, by the way. He already has 2 probes on my half of the map within the first minute of the game, when I'm almost going to touch the halfway mark on the map at about 1 minute. Like, this is, again, this is a third sign now that this dude's fucking cannon rushing us. This is definitely a cannon rusher. This is fucked up. This is definitely aggressive. This is way too much probes in my base this fast. So, do I react to it still, though? No, we don't react at all. I still don't even react. Doesn't matter. It's okay. I'm not even chasing the probe. It's doing whatever. It's building a pylon, but it's doing whatever, right? And then he fucking builds a gas in my base. This guy's going total dickhead style, right? Total obnoxious cockhead. And now we see the second probe. By now we should know, right? It's, oh, he's in my base with 2 probes. He's literally in my base with 2 probes now. And they're both next to my gateway. So how can we react? How can we react to this? This is how we can react. And he also builds cannons in my vision of my Nexus. So there's a cannon. And we also watch that. We see 1 probe over here. We see a second probe go over here. So we just used our probe really quickly to scout now, because we can clearly see 2 probes. But even without scouting with this probe, he literally built within the Nexus's vision radius with these 2 cannons. So what are we going to do? Here's the tricky part that you need to be very careful about. If I just grabbed like 10 probes or something like that, and I moved towards these cannons, this time around, that would be incorrect. And can you guys think about it for a second? I want to tell you guys in about like 10 seconds, but I want you to think about it. Why is that wrong? Why would it be wrong if I grabbed like 10 probes here or whatever and move towards these cannons? I'm not saying click the cannon itself, just move because remember how we talk about moving the area and where the cannons are? That way your probes automatically kill everything in the area constantly. Why would it be wrong? And the reason, you can pause the video if you really want to think about it as well for a while, but the reason why it would be wrong is because if I move the area towards these cannons, a lot of my probes would get caught and stuck on killing his gas. And I don't give a shit about killing this gas right now. I really don't care about killing this gas. This gas is meaningless right now. To be fair, if I started attacking the gas, all it is it's a buffer, like a meat shield for the cannons. And then if the cannons go up, you're fucking dead. You're just dead. So all we do is we grab some probes, we right click for move command in the area near where the cannons are. You'll see a green, see that green right there? See this green marker? That is me telling my probes to move command to the area. And now that our probes are close to the cannons, we just move. And now my probes are going to town doing their thing on the cannons. And we actually only pulled like 7 probes. And now, am I tunnel visioning? Am I tunnel visioning this? The answer is no. What am I doing as well at the same time? Well, one thing I'm actually not doing that I should definitely be doing is I should be building a pylon. I'm not actually building a pylon. That's a bit of a blunder. We should definitely be building a pylon. We also build a zealot. We also build our cyber core. So we actually, here's the difference, right? Normally we build a nexus when things are all right, all good, we don't care. But because this guy is all-inning the crap out of us right now, we prioritized a Zealot and a Core instead of a Nexus. Because he's cannon rushing my main fucking Nexus right now. He's already in my base trying to cannon rush my mineral line. So if we let this go up, we're going to die.
Yeah.
So my probes, again, they're just A-moving. I'm not microing them at all. I literally, the only micro I did do is I move commanded past this gas, and then I A-moved. And they're doing their own thing now. They're literally just having, like, AI is telling them what to do. And then his cannon dies. And now he gives up, right? So you can see all these probes here on the right, they're all aggroing the pylon, and all these probes on the left are now aggroing the gas. Definitely do not. If this happens, if this guy didn't quit from here, don't kill this gas with probes. Do not kill that gas with probes. That is such a waste of time. What I would want to do from here is I could honestly leave these probes to, you know, keep fighting his probes in the pylon or whatever. And in case he throws more cannons down, these probes can continue to kill it. My Zealot would be spawning here pretty soon. That could also help kill the cannons, which is going to be amazing. The Zealot's worth like 4 probes in terms of DPS. He's going to own the shit out of those cannons. And then I could have one of my probes go down and take a Nexus. Once I kind of control my base, I could then just expand and then fall back into what we normally do. So again, the trickiest part of this whole build, is 2 parts. Real quick refresher. Number 1 is realizing he's got 2 probes in my base. And he just did this. One go right, one go left. Who the fuck? Nobody scouts with 2 probes, guys. Nobody actually scouts with 2 probes. They cannon rush you with 2 probes. Just that's guaranteed. If they scout you with 2 probes, their build is completely awful because that means that they have 2 fucking probes out of their first like 18 probes or like 15 because they're in their base as well, right? So it's not when he has 18 to be there this fast. This would be like for 2 of his first probes out of like 14 aren't mining minerals. That's humongous economy disadvantage that he would give himself if he's just trying to scout. So he's not going to scout. He's going to cheese you. He's going to cannon rush your ass. And if he cannon rushes you, all you got to do is have vision of it, right? So we see 1 probe go left, 1 probe go right, and we tell our probe, because we see 2 of them in our base, we go, hey, probe, go to the right and check out what's going on over here. Oh, cannons. And just to be fair, he did build these cannons inside the range of the Nexus. He did build it in range of the Nexus, as you can see right here. My probe's not even close enough yet to see that. It's literally the Nexus vision is where he's building this. And then the probe just goes over there and starts poking it. And then the second thing is when we A-moved, we walked closer to the cannons because there was a gas there. We do not want to get aggroed on the gas. You guys got to realize aggro is a real thing. Understand what it means. And all it means is if you tell your probes to A-move on the ground, they will literally attack anything that is from the opponent on the way to wherever that you've told them to click on the ground. Which means they're going to aggro the gas because gas is way closer to them right now than the cannons are. And you do not want to kill the gas right now. So right click towards the cannons, get close to the cannons, and then A-move. And once you're closer to the cannons will be more of a priority to kill, blah, blah, blah. And then you'll be fine. Because your probes are closer to the cannons instead of the gas. Alright, so hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, lots of cheese and mirror matches. Summerlux, thank you for the bits, dude.
Thank you for B2GM Vibu Senpai reinvigorating my passion for the game 4SD.
Hell yeah, dude. Congrats.
Oh,
that's sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Love the B2GM series vibe. Your last one taught me how to play the game.
Summerlux, thank you so much for the fucking super sub, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Guys, can we get a Vibo gift in the chat for Summerlux? Jesus. Thank you. And also, Sherbert. Much love on the sub as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. Let's build our pylon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Summerlux, I'm glad you're passionate about StarCraft. Hell yeah, dude. Hit up those ladder games and fuck some people up. Do it.
You must construct additional
Yeah, let's scout this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Take a gas.
Oh,
Stack Michaels.
yeah.
Or stack all my patches with 2 probes, and then now we're good. We have 16 probes in the middle line. Super good. This Zerg is expanding.
Oh, yeah.
Making drones. He's making his gas. He's about to start his pool. Okay, there's a... Whee! Okay. Oh, I died anyways. I can tell you guys about how we microed that.
Oh, yeah.
But again, like right there, I actually disagree. Like, do you see how this drone's going in my base? I'm not gonna attack it, guys. I don't care. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
If he goes in my base and he's like trying to, you know, run on my middle line, am I gonna pull off my middle line to attack that drone? Definitely not. I don't give one shite because I care more about mineral stack than I do about attacking a drone.
Oh,
And the drone left my base, which means he's not proxying a hatchery somewhere. Malkoda, thank you for the 3-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love, dude. So we're gonna start doing one more thing in our build.
yeah.
We're gonna start chrono boosting out our first unit, okay? So we're still gonna chrono boost probes and stuff like that, but we're gonna start now. When our core is done, we're gonna start chrono boosting out a gateway unit. This is gonna become a standard thing we do in our build now, because again, it's gonna happen all the time in higher league.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna help us though. If we get all in and cheesed, it's gonna help us have a higher chance to not die.
I am here in the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's build our second gateway. Let's build our robo.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so basically, all we I just explain it right now. It's all good. All we did with our probe in his base was he surrounded me with drones, and I right-clicked the mineral patch, and it made my probe run through his drones because mineral walking allows you to run through any unit in the game. The only unit you can't run through in the game, there's only one, is a tank that is currently in siege mode, because while a tank is in siege mode, it kind of acts like a building. Because it like gets fortified to the ground. It gets like stuck and planted in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it works all the time.
I am here in the shadows.
Malkoda, thank you for this 3-month resub. Thank you, or a 7-month resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if I just said that, but I definitely thought it if I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and scout. Let's do left side.
I stalk through the stars.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Alright.
yeah.
And there we go. Now we got a third base set up. He's got a third base as well. Let's go ahead and take our gases. What's attacking me? A queen. He's going for a lair. He's got drones. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
All good. Nothing too crazy.
You have not enough minerals.
Keep chrono boosting probes. Keep chrono boosting the probes. Chrono the probes.
Oh,
Make us a win.
yeah.
I return to serve.
Got a couple more pounds in my base so I can spread out my vision of, you know, no empty fog spots in my base. That way we don't get like nidus or some crap like that. Also, it allows me to build more buildings when I need to, and I don't have to worry about like squeezing them into one pylon. Also, I need supply anyways, so wouldn't be a bad idea to do it now.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, I would say now let's go ahead and add on our upgrades, because we are getting to a point where our probes are going up pretty fast. We're starting to develop gas like crazy, and being able to go into Archons sooner than later would be really, really, really nice.
You have not enough minerals.
You have not enough minerals. I thought that was a Zergling, dude. I'm not even. Okay, it's a doggo. Okay, let's go ahead and take our gateway wall here. Make sure this is fully walled as well. If you like don't overlap the gateway with a building, and you just put the corner only, there's a good chance units can still squeeze through. So you want to definitely make sure that's not open. Otherwise, lings will. It kind of defeats the purpose of lings running in your base anyways. Let's go ahead and get upgrades. Let's get charge. Let's get immortal. Let's go ahead and start another base as well because we're fully saturated. And we can start making charge lots and archons now that we have our next, tech going here. And we'll still scout the Zerg. We'll see what's going on. See what he wants to go for. But definitely Archon Immortal against Zerg is so fucking good. So, again, that's our goal, right? We want to definitely make as many Archons and Immortals as we can. Super, super, super good units. Transfer probes to the new base. Make a couple Archons. Okay. What's going on here? He's got, he's got Baneling Nest and he's got buildings, right? We don't really know what he's doing yet. Let's scout the other side again now. But it's okay. We don't need to freak out. It's all right. We're still just producing our shit as well ourselves, so we're all gravy. Probe count currently is now at 85. We're now done. And now this base is going to saturate super fast, so let's go ahead and expand again. Okay.
Engaging the enemy.
Okay, let's go ahead and make a couple more pylons, honestly. We're getting definitely blocked here. Start kind of boosting our upgrades. Transfer probes to the new base once again.
Research complete.
Dun, 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 dun. Make Archons and Immortals and Zealots. And now we know where this guy's bases are. We know he's got the entire top side of the map. We have a good idea of what we're up against at this point. Let's go ahead and take another Robo and maybe 3 more gates. This way we can just keep the upgrades, or keep the units pumping, because we're definitely, I would say, struggling to spend our money sometimes. So we definitely want to add our production. Keep production pumping really, really efficient. Keep making Zealots. And, yep, that's a changeling right there. I see you. If you see one of these and you're like, that's not mine, you just right click it and it will die. It's all good. It's not mandatory. You don't have to do that. I would say just do it if you notice it. Don't look for them though. Don't go out of your way to look for them. Okay, so here's a rapid fire weapon, right? So I hit Z for Zealot, hold down Shift and move, and then hold T and move my mouse around, and it goes, boom, insta warpins. Super nice, super convenient. And now we actually maxed out at 9 minutes and 23 seconds. So now let's get my army together and let's aim move towards his base. Let's get my army together all in front of his base. Chrono boost upgrades. While our army's moving out, let's start doing this too. Let's start making a couple cannons and batteries at expansions, just so we don't actually take damage while we're out of position. Our army now grouped up, so we got to go back and deal with that in just a second. We're gonna do it right now. This first attack, let's just aim move into his expansion at the top left. Get our observer to follow an immortal, and then literally let it happen. Because we'll talk about it in a second, okay? The reason why we're not going to go crazy with it is because this only has one entrance to this base, and we don't want to get all fucked up here in a weird way. Okay, we just did a rapid fire warp in of immortals. Or sorry, of zealots, and then we made immortals. And now look at our gas. So much gas, no minerals. We can just do a round of Archon. We can also add in a couple more gateways, because again, our production goal is to be higher. We want to have around 20 production facilities. So let's do a round of Templar now with nice rapid fire. And again, all I did was I hit T, held shift. Or sorry, I hit for T for Templar. Even though it's a rapid fire hotkey, it can still be Templar. So T for Templar, hold shift, and then hold T again, because it also counts as a mouse click. And I move my mouse around, and it just went, I made a bunch of Templar. Okay. Chrono boost upgrades. transfer some probes. Let's go ahead and get another base started. And then let's take my army and group it up. Now here is the pre-fight micro we're talking about, okay? Let's get my army grouped up again. All these units we made, let's group them all up. So what we want to do is, since this base only had one entrance, we just went for it straight up with one attack. Now, this second time around, what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna split my army in 2 halves, okay? So we're gonna go like this. Move my whole army to one location, like right there. Green box a chunk of it and go to the right now. Like, go to like right here. So we have a good chunk of our army going left and a good chunk of our army going right. Now let's tell our army to go like this. Move right here. Shift move on the minimap on there and there. Grab our observer wherever it is. Have it follow an immortal. And now our army is hitting 2 locations at the same time. Like they're going for more surface area. They're going for a bit of a surround. We're getting more of our units engaged all at once. So now while this is happening, what can we do? We can make some immortals. We can hold down Z. We can hit Z like gateway, zealot for Z, hold shift, hold T, move my mouse. Okay, he left as I did it. Hold shift, hold T, then move my mouse. Because if I don't move my mouse, nothing happens. But the second I start moving my mouse, all these units get made super fast. So that's all. Like again, these remaxes of zealots are going to be super fast. Now this is, I would say, the first real game in Platinum that has honestly happened to us. So it's kind of like, you know, we're going to talk a bit more about the macro side of things in this one because the last one was a fucking cannon rush. We didn't really get to talk about a whole lot. Okay, so let's talk about this game. Okay. So first things first, we'll talk about the scout really fast because I did want to kind of reference that just really quickly. So our scout goes into his base, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We see he expanded. We're confirming what he's doing. We're like, all right, what's he doing? Is he going for, you know, when's his pool going down? And when's his gas going down? Is he going gas? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. The fact that we see the natural, though, confirms that he's not going pool first. Because the natural is so far along as we got here. So we can guarantee we're not getting, like, 12 pooled, essentially. Because that's way too fast for a 12 pool. So here's what we're doing, okay? Again, we're just looking at his base, trying to confirm, just to make sure nothing weird's going on and we're not misreading this somehow. And we're just, you know, letting ourselves really see the whole picture here. That way we're getting an understanding of what's going on for real. And we know what everything means. My
Between
thanks for the
donating,
bit.
Patreon, subscribing, bits, or whatever, which gives you the best bang buck ratio. Like, if I'm gonna spend X amount of money to support you, what's the best way to do it?
Thanks, man. I would say okay. So I appreciate, if you want to support it all, I appreciate it either way. I would never tell you, oh, you need to do this. But if you want an answer to your question, I would say a one and done type thing, which is going to probably give the most, is probably a straight up donation. But again, do whatever you like. There's no wrong way to support someone if you want to support someone. Like, it's always appreciated. I'm not just saying that because I'm a fucking robot saying that. It's legit always appreciated because there's literally pros to every way someone supports you. In any way someone can support me, there's like for instance, like a sub. It grows the community. It makes the community larger in terms of like people being able to have like the fucking sub badges and more sub emotes in the chat, and it makes me, for me personally, it makes me have more fun in my stream. If I see a lot of people using the emotes that my artist made, that makes me feel like it's more personalized to my channel. It doesn't really matter. Just whatever you like, whatever you want to do, I appreciate it. And yeah, thank you very, very much for the dollar dono. And to give you one last piece of information, okay, because that's what you're seeking right now, right? You're seeking how to support the best. Everything you support, the streamer never gets 100% of it, ever. And for instance, a donation, if you did want to donate and support somebody, you'd probably want to, let's just say hypothetically, you did $10 in donation, but you did it $1 10 times, so you did 10 different donations of $1. You're actually going to get less than what a sub would be worth then, as opposed to if you just donated $10 at once. And the reason why is because PayPal has 2 cuts they take out of every transaction. It's a 30-cent fucking cut straight off the bat. So that dollar dono you just did is automatically worth 70 cents. And then they also take 2.9% on top of that. So it's actually worth 67 cents. And then it gets taxed as well. So there's a lot of shit that happens behind the scenes that people don't know about if you're not streaming. But yeah, I would, again, this is something that people ask me all the time, and I would say just do whatever you like. And if honestly, you don't have to support at all either. No one has to support. The fact that you're watching the stream or watching the content on YouTube is already more than enough in terms of being that's appreciated, because you're helping me get my content out there, and I can't thank you enough for that. So whatever sounds good to you, it's all G. Don't worry about the technical stuff too much. Just have fun, have a good time, and yeah, that's all I ask. Just have a good time, dude. Do whatever you like. But anyways, guys, we got a probe going in here. Into his base, right? And here's a cool thing you can do, okay? If you're fast. So obviously what we did was we got surrounded by his drones, and look at this. He fucking pulled 7 drones, guys. 7 drones. I don't like this at all. And remember what we talked about? Just look at this for a second. Is this really worth it? Is it really worth it to kill my probe? 7 drones. Each drone, if it's optimally saturated on 2 per patch, can average about a mineral per second. So that would mean in 7 seconds, it's about the same cost of what the probe would be. 7 seconds, right? And not only that, but this guy also has a chance now to not actually double stack close patches, and instead he's going to triple stack far patches potentially if he doesn't give a shit about setting up his economy. Like for instance, he's got 3 on this patch right now, and he's got 1 on this patch. To be fair, this is a close patch though. So it's fine, but yeah. But I mean, look, just look at this for a second, okay? Look at this for a second. Just look at it. So, probe's getting attacked. We try to run away. He goes back and mines about 3 seconds later. So right there, to kill my probe, just for the straight up loss of time before he even touched the patch again, is automatically 3 seconds, right? So that's 21 seconds. Jesus. It's 21 seconds right off the bat of minerals that have been lost now for the drones time. And that's not even including the fact that the rest of these drones, just because they're touching this patch doesn't mean they're going to be efficient yet. They got to re-rotate around the patches. So some of these drones might be off the patches for like 6 seconds or 5 seconds. Some might be off for 3 or 4. It's not ideal. And now you got all these other probes that are just being idiots because a lot of probes have been re-established back to the mineral line. So, not the greatest thing. It's just not good. I don't like it. I don't want you to do it.
I don't want to hear about the tax. Try any stream on you own shit then.
What? What? Thanks for the bits, Cam. Much love. Yeah, I don't want to keep talking about how to best give me money. Like it sounds fucking weird. People keep asking me this in chat. All I can say is, guys, I fucking super appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. I would say just do whatever you want though, because there's so much technicality to everything. And yeah, don't worry about it really. It's if you want to support, thank you very much for the support. It's all good. I get these questions like every day though, and people always overthink this kind of shit way too much. So the point I'm trying to make here with this mineral line, guys, it's not the hugest deal, okay? It's not like, oh my god, he lost the game because of that. All I'm saying is that if you ever get in a situation where there's a worker in your mineral line, please try to refrain from killing the worker in your mineral line by grabbing half your mineral line to do it. It's really not good. If you deliberately fuck up your stacking of your patches, your economy has a chance to... there's a chance it'll fix itself, but if you don't fix it again after you fuck it up, there's a chance you're going to be mining inefficient as fuck the entire game. Now, like for instance, let's look at this for a second. Watch this. So, does he pull drones into put them in the gas right away? I want to see. Not necessarily. Okay, he actually maintained 16. He did maintain 16. Now, watch this. Let's just see for a second, okay? Let's just see. 2 per patch. 2 per patch. 3.
You ramble.
I don't honestly, Kim. I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you for the bits. I'm honestly not sure what the hell you're talking about. Much love though, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2 2 3 3 2 2 1 1. You know how fucking bad that is, guys? We talked about this before. This is the kind of shit that you will do to yourself more often. And I like this is so detrimental to your setup of your economy. He's got 2 patches that are triple stacked and he's got 2 patches that are single stacked. This is such a inefficient economy right now. Super inefficient, right? So, and what was it worth? It was worth killing a probe. He killed my scouting probe. And I'm going to tell you right now, the loss of what this is worth is going to be so much more than 50 minerals of what he killed.
Please provide us your mailing address. We want to send you several green dead American presidents.
Okay.
Kappa.
As well, like, thank you for that 500 bits again, man. Much love. You keep donating 500s at a time. Thank you so much, dude. Those are huge bit drops. But yeah, like, again, this, guys, the overall point I'm trying to make here, once again, this is not worth killing a probe. This fucking sucks. And lower level players don't even think about this. They're just like, yeah, I killed the probe. Yeah, got him. He's dead. But now he's going to have inefficient mining compared to me for a long time. Yeah, so not ideal. And like I said before, now we're going to start chrono boosting our gateway with our first unit out of our just 1 chrono boost for the first unit when our core is done, which is going to get our initial stalker out faster, which is going to increase the chances that we're not going to die in every matchup when they just do random aggressive shit.
My name Bill.
Okay. Thank you, Crone Dance. Much love.
Research complete. I am here in the shadows. Engaging the enemy. I return to serve.
And then now, you know, we're chilling. We're making our units. We're making our stalkers until we start our council and our forges, and then we can switch into charge lots and archons.
When are you doing Zerg Platinum?
I did it yesterday, Cam. It's posted on YouTube. Go check it out, dude. Thank you very much for the bits.
I return to
Okay, and then we're just scouting it up. Everything's the same right now. The only thing that's different is we're trying to do things faster. Also, to give you guys a little bit of a reference, okay? I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot right now with Platinum 3, but I will start talking about it more in Platinum 2, and then I'll talk about it in Platinum 1, and then after that, we'll probably just be good with it. It's like the epitome of like a reference of good. It's another way to reference good macro, essentially. And what it's going to be is we're going to be doing what I like to call a 2-minute rule, okay? And what that means is, again, we'll reference it a lot more in Platinum League, and we'll talk about how to keep up with it. But right now, how are we expanding? It's talking about expansions, by the way. And right now, how do we expand? We expand based off the fully saturated middle line, fully saturated middle line, fully saturated middle line. And now, once we get...
Ban me pls.thxd.
Thank you, Cam. I don't think that was actually Cam who donated that. I think that's someone using his ID because it was a dono. If it was a bit drop, I would be like, what? But thanks, guys. Much love for the $1 dono. You guys are great. Appreciate it. So once we get to, again, with Platinum 2, we're going to definitely be doing a 2-minute rule of macro. And what it means is right now, again, we've been using a reference of 16 probes per middle line to get ready to go expand again. Like, once we have a fully saturated base, what do? We go expand again. But I feel like some people will fall behind if they start having a situation where it's like, all right, well, I don't make probes all the time, and I forget sometimes, blah, blah, blah. My macro is not great. Well, another rule we're going to have, like, obviously fix your fucking macro if that's the case, right? But, like, try to work on it. But another thing we're going to start talking about, again, in Platinum 2, I just want to reference it right now because, again, we'll talk about it now, we'll move on. But we're going to start doing expansions every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. So First expansion goes down before 2 minutes. Second, the third base is going down around 4 minutes. The next base is going down around 6 minutes, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on.
Can you guess what type of bees produce milk? Boo bees.
Okay. Thank you, Intuitive. That's very intuitive. Wow. You should actually be my facts of the day guy. Thank you, dude.
That was me.
Okay. Alright, Cam. Thank you very much for the bits again, dude. And thank you for the $2 dono, Intuitive. Much love, guys. Alright. So now... you know, we're just macroing. Things are running at a smooth, nice, steady pace. We're definitely crushing supply right now. Things are going swimmingly. And yeah, we're just, you know, setting up with Lucidated Scouts every once in a while. And now we're going for the attack in top left. And now we're going to talk about this. This is the biggest concept we're going to talk about inside Platinum League. It's pre-fight micro. It's pre-split. It's just splitting your army so you get more surface area when you engage. So if we're going to attack the outermost base first, the way this map specifically is set up is Wallach. Thank you very much for the sub, dude. Welcome to the VFam, bro. Thank you, thank you. The way this map is set up is if you look at the top left, it literally has one entrance into the base. So there's really nothing we can do about engaging this base with better surface area if we're not going to micro. It's just, you have one entrance. So you just A-move that one entrance, and that's it. So that's what we do here. We A-move the one entrance, and this is how it goes. Zerg happens to be like right there as well at the same time. And our army gets caught. Some of our units go in the base. Some of our units get caught on his army. But our army is overall strong enough that we managed to hold. And it was nice. Overall, pretty good. And then our other units are in here are just like our results are cranking out on this hatchery, just killing it. But overall, pretty good. These upgrades are destroying right now. Like these lings have no weapon upgrades at all, and our units already have level 2 armor. So these immortals are tanking like gods versus all these lings. Like they just don't die. And now our army is like done fighting here. So that was how it normally is, right? We just A-moved the area in a way where there was only one base to kill, so we attacked it. Now we could go back to the old method. We still could go back to the old method of going A-move, shift A-move, shift A-move, shift A-move. That's all good. But here's the only reason why I didn't do that. I didn't do that because if I do that right now, my army is going to go from one angle to right here because this base only has one entrance. And then it's going to go from here always one angle going further and further and further and further forward. Now, if we know his army's dead, that wouldn't be a big deal. But if we don't know if his army's dead, then there are better ways to do this. And right now, all we did was we A-moved to the top left, and I didn't watch my army, so we didn't really know what was going on. We went back to macroing, and I fully remaxed in the time it took us to kill this base, which was nice. But now, watch how we do this the second time around. This is now platinum level, pre-fight micro. Pre-fight, where nothing's really going on right now. It's just us versus the environment, where we look at how to engage. So we take our army, and we just go like this. We A-move one area with it. So like right now we can literally select all army. We can literally hit select all army, say A-move right there. We can then, while doing that, green box a chunk of it. Just a chunk of it. Like try to be accurate with your mouse. This is going to give you practice with your mouse. You don't got to be super quick and be like, oh God, I got to do it so fast. Just take a second and be like this. Okay, my whole army is currently A-moving towards here. So let's take my mouse and go like this. Green box. And then A-move right here. This area right over here. And why does this make sense? Like what logically makes this make sense right here? Why did we do this? The reason why we did this is and we tried as well to green box just a chunk of it. So we just happened to get some immortals, some archons, and some zealots over here. We happen to also have some immortals, some zealots, and some stalkers over there, and some archons. So we have a nice, decent spread of our army on both sides. But now, Probesweat, thank you for the 10.
Thanks for creating the best instructional content vibe. Your work is appreciated.
Thank you, dude. I'm glad you like it. Hell yeah. Thank you, man. So now if we A-move up here, this is what happens. Because we've pre-spread. If I tell my units to A-move right here, imagine that there were two lines, okay? Imagine that there's a line that goes from where the mouse is right now, okay? It goes all the way down to right here. And imagine there's another line that goes from where the mouse is right now all the way down to right there. And what does this represent? It's both ramps, both entrances to the ramps. So for instance, if I told my fucking army right now, after I spread it out like this, if I said, hey army, a move right there. Well, imagine a straight line now going to both armies. This army would clearly just walk up the ramp like this and then go to the point. But if the point again is like right there, this point right here, if you make a line that goes down, it might literally go with this army and have maybe half of this army go to the right side of the ramp right here. Like then like go to on the right side of this opening ramp and like right here, for instance, and then go up that way. And then only a few of these units on this side would go. I could get to that location faster if I went straight up and then left. So we don't want to click over here. It doesn't make any sense. You gotta visualize these lines that like your units are gonna walk towards, right? So if I instead say, hey army, a move right there. Well, guess what's gonna happen then? These units are all gonna walk directly to that up there. They're gonna go like this straight up to that point. But if I make my A move like right here in this area, well now if I go down, these units are going to easily go up the right side as well, because that is clearly a much faster location to go than to run like this, all the way left and then back around. You know what I mean? Like they're going to go least travel distance, so they're going to go straight up. So what we want to do is we want to get half of our army going up this ramp and half of our army going up this ramp. And we're all having all of the army go to this base. And what this is going to do for us is it's going to give us more surface area to hit the Zerg straight away with. Because what is something that was happening to us in Gold League and Silver League and Bronze League, which is not good, but again, we're not microing, is if you A-move your whole army in like one clump, right? And you just go, all right, let's A-move this one spot. There's a chance that if the Zerg is standing literally right here, that you're going to have like maybe 4 Archons and like 4 Immortals in the front line just attacking, and everything else behind them is just like, we can't fit. The ramp is too small. We can't fit through that choke point. We got to wait till units die to take our turn to then fight. So you get like only 30% uptime of DPS at a time. So like your first 30% of your army is currently fighting, and the other like 70% of your army is just sitting back there waiting to die. And then the first 30% dies, and now the next like 35% goes in. And then it's fighting, and then the other 35% is still waiting. And then the next 35, the middle 35% that went in second, it now dies. And now finally your last 35% goes in and fights. And it's because there's minimal surface area here. You cannot fit an entire 200 army supply on that ramp. And if he's currently making you fight on that ramp because he's standing right there, you're going to have a bad fight. Now, you might still win the game, but you could definitely do something to make your life easier, which would literally be spread your units out before the fight, just like this. And now this is what the fight looks like. This is now what it looks like when we split half and half. So now we have this going. Now we move the area. And now look at this. We have 2 ramps. Our army is all over the place. Now we have some of our army engaging some of the Zerg over here. And we have some of our army engaging an expansion of Zerg. Overall, we're going to get damage done either way. And what are we doing during the process? Are we microing this right now? Definitely not. We're not worried about microing this at the moment. Or what are we doing instead? We're going right back to our base, making sure we have all of our gateways pumping units, making sure we have enough gateways in general. Having 16, or we have currently 16 gates and 2 robos with, do I have more gateways being made? I can't remember. I don't think I made any more. Whatever. So yeah, we definitely needed to make some more, right? Because right now we're at 18 production buildings. We want to be at like 20 to 24. So we should have made like 2 more or something. So we got to, do things like that. Fix those things. Those are important. But meanwhile, this army is now going to take a much better fight because more of our units get in the fight all at once and they're not waiting their turn to fight. So it's just generally better. And then we'll go through this first and we'll see how it goes. So we can see our army is currently killing his economy like crazy, and it's also overpowering his army at the same time. We're just getting more uptime of units killing shit. So instead of these units all sitting like back there behind the ramp being like, we can't get up, we can't get up, we can't get up. It's just now suddenly while even if we lost this fight, even if we lost the army fight right here, if we killed the base at the same time and all these drones died while we killed some of his army and the rest of our army died, we would still overall end up ahead. And the reason why, again, is because look at the economy. We rip the Zerg's economy apart so that we can replace, even if we lose a fight, we can replace even better and even better and even better. Like, we can always outproduce him because his economy is being torn to shreds. And again, also, this is a very, very, very basic level pre-fight micro situation that's going to teach you to start learning how to set up fights. And it's going to also increase your scouting because to set up fights properly as well on someone, a lot of times you need to know where the army is located, which increases the fact that you have to scout more. Now, the last thing we'll talk about is we're going to start doing this by default from now on. So whenever we're in a situation where we have enough of our production, we're like good to go on all of our gateways and our robos and stuff like that. Like we're happy with our production. We're going to start adding on cannons and batteries during the time when our like, we're going to be building units, obviously, but we're going to also add on cannons and batteries once we have like control of the game like this and we're pushing, so that if the Zerg ever, or rather our opponent, if our opponent ever counterattacks our base with a drop, with a Dark Templar, with Zergling run by, whatever, we'll have cannon battery at every base. That also has pylons that can warp in, and the initial cannon battery can stall or maybe even full on defend it. And if we need to, we can always warp in zealots or stalkers or whatever we have to defend here. And it increases the chances that your economy will never die. And it just increases the chance you're going to have control of the game. So overall, that's our new plan, right? Everything we were doing before, and now we're going to always make some static D once we max. And we're always going to try, if it makes sense, to do pre-fight micro if there are multiple ramps to engage someone's base with. We're always going to be doing this now. We're always going to be trying to make the most of our army push. What's the name of Mari need again? Sorry. I can't remember. Is it 2,900? Yes. 2890 plus. Okay. All right. Nice. Nice. Vibe, can you cover Sky Toss in Diamond League? Yeah, I'm going to talk more about transitions in Diamond League. I'm not talking about transitions in Platinum, though. But yeah, that's definitely something we're going to talk about more. And Sky Toss is a transition. Alright, dude. Alright, dude. Let's go ahead and get our first probe rallied to the natural so we can build our pylon. Get our close patches stacked, boys. Stack that close patch as well. Re-rally our nexus back to the middle line. Vibe, is today Protoss only? Today is Protoss only, yes. Today is Protoss only, guys. I am sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Bargain Gilo, thank you very much for the
Hello.
13. Hello, dude. Hello. Thank you very much for the 13. Gonna try and stack our patches properly. We're missing one patch not stacked properly, and there we go. Now every patch is stacked. Rally to the gas. And we're good. Okay, so we saw a hatchery. We're good to go there. We see a gas. We see a pool. That's a pool right there. So we're happy. We don't need to worry about too much right here. Let's just go ahead and go home now. We don't need to worry about anything that Zerg can do to us, because he really can't do anything to us. That's going to be aggressive. In the early game, at least.
How fast GM can max out as a toss versus very easy AI? Just for references.
How fast can you max out as Protoss versus just like basically no opponent essentially?
Yeah.
Probably like 8 minutes. Like 7:45 to 8 minutes would be my best guess for you on average. Like basically 8 minutes or a little bit faster than 8 minutes. Probably around 8 minutes. A little bit faster than 8 minutes is kind of pushing it to extreme. You'd have to do a really greedy build, like a triple Nexus opener without a gateway. But it is doable if you're looking to just go for fast max. Vibe, I love watching you play off race, even though you're not good at it. Content. Thanks, Gecko. Alright.
I am here in the shadows.
Let's go ahead and build our thingy. Let's build our robo. Let's build our second gateway. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and build our Phoenix. Send it on the right side of the map. Again, we're just choosing a side. Don't be so specific about being like, it has to be the right, it has to be the left. Just do it. Just send it out, and it's so much more worthwhile. Vibe, you're great at Protoss. Don't listen to these fools. Oh, guys, I don't take Gecko super seriously. That's like the 100th time Gecko's ripped on me. But Gecko and I both know that if he logged into StarCraft 2, I could beat him at 50% handicap while being drunk and also playing one-handed. I could be having a case of explosive diarrhea and still beat Gecko comfortably in a 1v1 on this game. Isn't that right, Gecko? We both know it. So I'm not really too worried about him giving me shit, because I know I would slap him in StarCraft every day of the week. Okay, so we're good to go for now. We're going to get ready to set up our upgrades here in a second so we can go into Charge the Archon again. We have a lot of money to work with as well, so we're looking pretty happy with that. Okay, let's get our gases saturated. Let's go ahead and get our upgrades going. Get another Immortal. And keep making Stalkers.
You have not enough
Except for the games we played where I actually won. When did you even win, Gecko? Please explain. Like, you keep telling me you won. Show me a replay. Was it Vibes the Smurf in fucking Gold League? Who said he's making a B2GM, but in reality he was just some random guy saying he was me and it wasn't me? Because I don't know what you're talking about, dude. You're making up fucking lies. Alright, so now we're gonna go into our Templar archives. We got our production going. We got our upgrades going. We're gonna keep making immortals, but we're still making probes. We can go and start mining out this mineral wall. Send another probe to go build a nexus there.
Don't lie. There's nothing comfortable about explosive diarrhea.
Thank you, this guy. Much love. Okay, we got some Archons now, boys. Let's go ahead and throw another hallucinated scout on the left side of the map at this point, so we can go see, again, how many bases the Zerg looks like he's on. We just clicked all the mineral lines on the left side. And we also just want to make sure this guy's not somehow hiding a base on us that we just don't realize. Because again, this will happen. I'm telling you right now, that happens to players in general in lower leagues all the time. They're like, oh my god, I never realized this guy had this expansion in the corner of the map for like the last 9 minutes. Ah, dang it.
Oh, yeah.
And you just wish you had found it and you never found it.
Was watching GSL reruns and they actually look at their armies. WTF. Learn to macro, noobs.
I was watching GSL reruns and they actually look at their armies. Oh, yeah. You're saying that they're noobs because they look at their army? Yeah.
I mean how fast max out without cutting corners. With scouting, Nexus after gate with gas and so on.
Probably a little after 8 minutes. 8:20. 8:20 to 8:30. You can max out super fast. Like, look at me right now. I'm already at 168 supply at 8 minutes. And I am not playing at the epitome of speed right now. I am definitely... Oh, God, I have so many probes, dude. We're talking so much about shit. Okay. A little too many probes, guys. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Gecko sabotaging me with his shit talk. I would say you could probably max out just a little bit after 8 minutes. Realistically, playing safe and solid. And that would be very good. Like, that would be like a GM level caliber macro. This is also assuming that no attack has happened to you. And you're not like in the middle of getting all in the entire time. Okay. Let's go ahead and scout again. Let's do 2 at once this time.
Time for battle. War on the skies await.
Okay, and we're just looking for army, right? How many bases, or how many? Okay, we got 15 buildings. Let's make like 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we made 6. It's all good. Transfer some to my thingy. He's got queens. I haven't seen any units yet, guys, from this dude. It's a little questionable. Okay, there we go. Hydras. Hydras, guys. Hydras. All right, so here we go. Let's set up a fight. Let's check this out. Here we go. This is exactly what we're going to be talking about with pre-fight micro. It's going to get insane right now. Get ready. Watch this. Now, look at this map. How is this map designed? How can we attack in a way where we can hit 2 ramps at the same time? Let's go like this. Hey, move my army down here. Green box, a good chunk of it. Right-click over here. Now, let's go bottom base and work our way forward. So now my army is literally... Because, again, this is an entrance. This is an entrance. This map is weird in the middle where there's mineral patches blocking. So now we have 2 entrances covered. Let's take our army, a move down there. Shift. A move, a move, a move. Grab my observers. And follow an immortal. That way we have some type of detection. Behind this, what are we going to do? We're going to macro. We're also going to Chrono Booster upgrades. We're also going to do things like make cannon battery on our bases. So we can do a rapid fire weapon of zealots. Boom, instantly maxed out again. Make cannon battery at this base. Make cannon battery at this base. Make cannon battery at this base. Cannon battery at this base. Grab some probes that are oversaturated. Fix it. Maybe take another base as well while we're at it because we're getting oversaturated in all our bases. Now let's make a round of Archons. Rapid fire, hold it, and move your mouse around. Fully set, or fully fucking supply capped again. We're back to max supply again. Okay. Get upgrades again. We can Chrono Boost our immortals as well while we're at it. And how's the fight going, right? So looks like it's going pretty good. So let's just reinforce. Fuck it. A move, shift A move. Now all these Archons and Zealots we just made are coming down as well. So like that fight just annihilated the Zerg player, right? And it's because even if that attack fails, these kinds of maneuvers are actually starting to get to the point to where you're almost always going to do damage to your opponent in one way or another. You're either going to rip their economy apart or you're going to rip their army apart. One way or the other, something is going extreme is going to happen. So pre-fight micro, pre-splits, and then while your army is just going to town by itself, you just fucking remax. And look at how fucking fast we remax with rapid fire. It's fucking insane. And it's not hard to do either. All you got to do with rapid fire, again, let's go back to it, right? Let's go back and watch what it looks like one more time. Really fast. So we're about to make our Templar. All you got to do with rapid fire is I hit T for Templar. It literally puts a Templar in my hand, like on my mouse. I then hold shift. That way if I click the mouse, the Templar stays on my mouse and it doesn't deselect it. And then we remember how we did rapid fire? We bound T as well to a secondary click. So left click and T on the keyboard act as a mouse click. So if I just move my mouse around and hold T, it actually counts as if every time T gets hit on the keyboard, it's literally every time you see T is like clicking the mouse. So if I just move the mouse around, it creates area while T is getting hit repeatedly for it to be like click, 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 and it's a new Templar can be placed all over the place, which is why it looks like this. When you go shift, T, shift, hold shift and T at the same time and go with your mouse, just up and down like this, like up and down, like boom, 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 boom. And that's how fast you can warp in units. Like 20 units warp in 1 second. Okay, so anyways, let's go back now again and look at the fight. Let's see what this looked like. What did this look like? So our first army is pushing forward. And look, our opponent's engaging the first army, right? He's actually engaging the second army as well. This dude is on top of it. He is literally splitting his army as well to defend what's going on here. So, let's see what the first... We'll watch the first... The first time we'll watch this, let's watch our first army. So we got Hydras, Mutas, and Roaches versus Archon Immortal Charge Lot with a couple Stalkers from early game. And these units are doing a pretty good job. They're pushing through, but they might end up dying in the end here because they're starting to get overpowered. Like the reinforcements of Zerg, I feel like are mostly focusing on this army, right? So this army looks like it's going to die. And rapid fire for Zealots. Guys, if you don't know how rapid fire works, again, this is a YouTube series. Just type any of these things in chat right now. Type this in, that in, or this in. Zerg GM, Protoss GM, or Zerg Terran or Protoss GM. And it will link you to a playlist of my B2GM series. And I already have uploaded the rapid fire platinum video on every race. It's all the same video. So it doesn't matter which one you watch, because I did an example for all 3 races in that video, and I thoroughly explain it for like 15 minutes about how to set it up and how to do it and what it looks like and all that kind of shit and ways you can use it. So definitely go check it out if you're curious. You know, all the answers are there for you already for people on Twitch. Okay. So yeah, our first army definitely did a pretty good job. We like traded army for army, right? We traded out armies. We're going to lose overall on this side. Our observers are going to die, and our immortals, like the whole army on the top side died. But it killed a lot in the process. Now let's go back and watch the other army. Now let's watch what this army's life was like in that push. What did this army do? And notice how the Zerg player actually, he reinforced this side, and he under-reinforced this side. So this side gets murdered. And this side is going to town. Even if I lose the other fight, the fact that I'm killing his economy is massive. Also, we went, like I said before, we were talking to chat, and I went a little bit overboard on. I made 7 probes too many. It's fine. Not the end of the world. Did not mean to do that, but it's okay. But now look at my opponent's economy. It's starting to dwindle because we just killed an expansion, and he's still currently busy dealing with this. And now look at this army. It's moving to the next base. All these drones are dying. This Zerg is being, you know, pressured hard right now. Overlords are dying. The next base is dying right now. These immortals are going to pound the crap out of that hatchery. And now look at the economy again. Look at how much it's going to dip once again. It's going to drop below 2K. This is painful as fuck for Zerg. So even if this army died, I could remax, and do it again. And the Zerg will literally just fall over and die. This is why pre-fight micro, it just increases efficiency with your army. It gives you more uptime with all your DPS. And same thing again, like drones are being pulled again, right? So, and this army's still going. Like the Zerg's actually just gonna die to this army. And what's happening behind this? We're still maxed out, and we haven't. Our next wave of units is on its way now to just reinforce. So even if somehow this didn't win, which it did, even if it somehow didn't win, we would still just win with this. This next big push that's coming. Pre-fight macro, good. Pre-fight macro, good, dude. Increases surface area, increases overall damage, increases win rate. It also increases your ability to handle the concept of an army. Because again, we're still not microing overall, but we're getting ready now. We're starting to do a little bit more active movement now about how we set up getting ready to fight opponents, like actually fight them. This is like learning how to take a fight is the first step in learning how to micro. But if you don't know how to take a fight and you just straight up get yourself into a bad fight, suddenly it makes your fight way harder. Yeah, we got a Terran. No more Zerg. Nice. Hey, Vibe, with T being bound to Templar and being bound to left click, is there any overlap? Hockey. It doesn't. Don't worry. Like that's not a problem. And the reason why is because the only time T is a problem is when you're currently selecting the gateway. And if T on rapid fire is bound to a click, and it's not bound to a unit, like for instance, let me tell you. Let me. Hopefully this explains it. And I'll give you an example, and hopefully it'll do a better job explaining it than what I'm trying to do right now. If I rebound Zealot to T, if I rebound the actual unit of Zealot to T, it would unbind a Templar, because now it's using one of the two hotkeys on that building, and they share hotkeys. Whereas, what if I bound a probe to T? It would do nothing to a Templar. If I rebound probe to T, it would do nothing to a Templar, because a Templar and a probe are not on the same building. So you can have the same hotkey on multiple buildings. Like a probe could be A Zealot could be A Void Ray could be A Colossus could be A. They're not on the same building. So you can do it as many times as you want, as long as they're not on the same building. If you bind a key to a unit. Now, going further with that, if we're talking about a click as well. Shit, I just fucked up my middle line. Jesus. A click is not a unit. A click is click. So binding T to rapid fire doesn't do anything to your units because it's not actually on the gateway. The binding T to rapid fire does nothing to the gateway. And this is something that you're gonna have to experience, I feel like, yourself, and you'll understand it more as you fuck with it. I feel like. Okay, what is this guy doing? Right? Let's go see. Okay, so he walled me out. It's all good. Let's go back and mine minerals. Alright, let's go ahead and chrono boost our gateway. We also built our gateway and our pylon against the wall here, so if this guy does go for a Reaper, suddenly the Reaper is going to have a problem getting in my base because it's walled. Also, he walled me out, so I'm going to build a shield battery pretty early in this game. And there's the Reaper. We can rally our gateway to the Reaper. Don't worry about microing, guys. Let your stalker do whatever it's going to do. It's all good. Let this guy worry about microing his Reaper and wasting time. Let's go ahead and build gateway number 2 and a robo. Okay, he's back in my base now. Our stalker got juked. It's okay. Hey, move towards that Reaper. It's all good, guys. Don't freak out. It's not time to freak out. We're not really worried about it. Let's fix that gas that lost a probe. Fix it one more time. Is that Reaper gonna die? I'm just curious. Hey, it died. I didn't micro that. The stalker did a good job. Well done, stalker. Good job, dude. Okay, let's build our shield battery. How do you get more APM the more you play? You get more comfortable at doing the tasks that you're doing, that you can do them faster. It'd be like saying, you know, it's like, think about cooking. Okay, I'm gonna do another cooking analogy. Imagine if I told you, hey, I need you to peel those potatoes. Use it, get the potato peeler and peel the potatoes. And imagine if you've never done that before. And you're holding a potato peeler like it's a fucking foreign object. And you're like, I don't understand what I'm doing. And you don't know how, you haven't felt it out yet. You're just like, and you like hit your finger with it and you're like, ow. How do I do this properly? I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. And then imagine if you've been peeling potatoes for like a month straight every day. You're going to be a lot faster at it because you do the task so many times that you're just more efficient at it. It's the same thing with macro. You do something enough, you get faster at it. It's just how the human brain works. You just get comfortable with it and you just become better at it. Okay, what is this guy doing? Okay, lots of units. It's all good. Lots of units, guys. That's all we know. It's all G. And he does have an expansion now. It's all good.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
I just rush lings, and I either win or lose, and that's all I do. You know what that's like doing? That's like saying you're gonna go to a steakhouse that's been reviewed as like the best steaks ever, and they also have like amazing beverages as well. And then all you do there is you get water and bread.
Keep shaking that B2GM mass baby.
You're like, I don't want the steaks or the drinks people talk about all the time that are delicious and amazing. I just want to have water and bread while I'm here. The free stuff that they give out, and then I'll leave. StarCraft is such more of a amazing game if you actually learn how to play the game properly, and if you just debase the game all the way down to the fact of you just saying, all I do every game is I go to Zerglings, and I all in every game, and I win or lose, and each one of my games is only like 4 minutes long. You're not really allowing yourself to like actually learn the game at all. The game is so basic for you then at that point, which I don't know. For me, wouldn't be that fun. Let's get a couple pylons in the main base. Thank you for the 397 problems. Much love, dude. Thank you very much, mate.
You must place that. I return to serve. You have not enough.
So all we're doing, guys, is we're you know, building shit. We're building stuff. Building stuffola. Not gonna lie, I don't know if you guys heard this, but I just heard a bunch of widow mines. So I don't know what this guy's doing. There we go. Okay, he's attacking my base, so we can right click away, and then we can right click back. That way we don't just die. Don't overlook at the fight either. Don't freak out, guys. It's time to macro. Let's go ahead and make a Temple Archives.
I return to
Keep making probes. We can chrono boost our upgrades now. Our probe count's looking pretty juicy. Keep making probes. Let's also, at this point, probably throw down a few more gates because we're starting to get a lot of gas, and we can start using that to make Archons with and stuff like that. Okay, 16 out of 16, 16, 16. Our main three bases are looking juicy right now. They're looking super good. No problems there. We're continuing to saturate our fourth base. Probe count's just about done. Still making units. We can throw out a couple of hallucinated Phoenix. Find out all the information on the map that we need to know.
understood.
Again, we're just looking for army, and we're looking for base location. Chrono boost upgrades. Look at my money again. We got a lot of money, guys. Let's make some more gates again. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. It's all good. Let's go ahead and get a couple of gases here. And let's even take a robo. Or, I mean, sorry, another Nexus. Sorry, said the wrong thing. Okay, he's attacking my main base. It's all G. Let's attack towards that. Let's make some Archons as well while we're at it. Keep making probes. Don't freak out. Probe count's currently 83. Let's go replace a pylon that died. Like there and there. I move my army down to fight this. Fix our gases here. Cool. And this guy's all about multitasking me, it looks like right now, right? He wants to multitask. So let's oblige his multitask. Let's do it in a way that makes sense. Let's start adding in some static D. While we make units. We can also add in a Dark Shrine faster now than later, because DTs are amazing at dealing with people who play like this. If he wants to drop me at 3 fucking bases at once, if I make DTs, suddenly I can deal with a lot more shit, because DTs can just swipe down a lot of units super easy peasy. Let's make another pylon over here. Keep making units. Don't stop making units though. Try your best to keep macroing as fast as you can. Try to keep up with the process. Let's make a bunch of Archons. Keep getting upgrades as well. Chrono boost those bad boys. We probably need another Robo while we're at it. And production-wise, we're sitting on 12 buildings, so... Well, we're able to spend our money for the most part, so it's not looking that bad. Base has cannons, base has cannons, base has cannons. No cannons, build cannons here. And no cannons, build cannons there. Bases are good. Transfer probes. Let's take another base up here because we're starting to mine out more bases. And let's keep building units. We can build some Archons now because we just spent all of our minerals, now we spent all of our gas. We can transfer some probes off this base because it's over. Down to here, to the new base. Base is good, base is good, base is good. Okay. Nice. And look, he's attacking us again. Let's A-move that. Okay. So, Chrono Booster upgrades. We can warp in some units while we're at it. We can rebuild that cannon that just died. We can build some gases here. Probe count's still good. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw out 2 hallucinated phoenixes once again. One can go on the left. One can go on the right. And now let's take our army and let's walk our army towards like right here. And the reason why is because we just confirmed earlier that this is his newest base that we saw. Well, let's see if that's still the case. Meanwhile, let's build a couple cannon battery here. Okay, he's got a base there too, so we can attack either side. So let's do this now. Take my army, select our army, attack right there. Green box a chunk of it, walk over here. I just green boxed it and walked over there. Now we've split our army up, now let's attack here. A move, A move, A move, A move. Go to my observer, hit tab a lot to go to it, or you can just go to it with your mouse, like on the screen, like mouse up to it. And now my army is getting an amazing concave. Go back to my base. Let's make a bunch of gateways. Make more pylons to power those bad boys, and start warping in rapid fires of zealots. And then we'll warp in a rapid fire of Templar, and then a rapid fire of zealots, and then a rapid fire of Templar, and then a rapid fire of zealots. And so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. And we'll just make sure our economy is banging the whole time. Chrono Booster upgrades, right? Transfer some probes over that are oversaturated. That's why we expanded again, because bases are mining out. So at this point now, again, we have all of our production. This guy played a really aggressive, harassive style. He was constantly attacking me. So we made cannons a little bit faster than we would have otherwise wanted to make them, because it's going to help us deal with fucking... a guy who's going for bio over here, and now he's got bio over there, and now he's got bio over here. You know, another thing we could have done too is we could have done the thing I showed you guys before in the previous video, which is we could have made a pylon, 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 pylon. Do like 10 pylons on a line that have gaps between them, so, but it's like checkpoints where we can see across the map of like where the Terran is, right? So now check this out. Here's the rapid. We scouted where his bases were. We confirmed where his base is. And now look at how this fight goes. Once again, this fight is going to be amazing for Protoss. Maximum surface area. So we have army engaging everywhere. Army engaging everywhere right now. There's no like stupid pathing blocking going on with our units. The majority of our army is going to get in the fight right away. And there we go. Now, again, remember what happened against the Zerg last time? it was almost like half of our army kind of engaged his army, and then half of our army started killing his economy. And why is that happening? It's because he's retreating away from me, and he's allowing me to have advantage over his, like, the terrain of his expansion. Like, imagine if Game of Thrones went a little different. And imagine in Game of Thrones, what if there was, like, 10 people at the wall, 10 crows at the wall, and they had to defend 65 White Walkers. And they're trying to defend, like, crops or something that are essential to living. And they're like, we can't defend this, we're going to die. So they all run away, and then the White Walkers just walk over all the important terrain, which is like the economy, the expansion of Terran, and we just run his ass over. So, I mean, even if he runs away and we lose this part of our army while he kites me backwards, we still take a win here because he's sacrificing his economy in the process. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. And there you go. Now let's look at the economy, right? Look at that economy now, guys. He cannot keep up with that anymore with us. It's all about just running over your running. It's basically, you know what it's like? Okay. This is what it's really like. StarCraft 2 and Platinum League is like an arm wrestling match. That's what it's like. And all it is your ultimate goal is to like knock your opponent's hand down to the table and like pin them down so you win the arm wrestling match. But momentum inside StarCraft 2 is when you basically knock out the support from under your opponent, which means like if you're arm wrestling someone, you get an advantage where like you get the lead when you start killing their economy, where like it's like this right here is like your strength in the game. Well, 1300 can't beat 3300, and 600 can't beat 1300 for minerals and gas. So now it's like I'm actually pushing at a rate that is stronger than his, and I'm just like pushing him down to the fucking table to where he can't fight back anymore. So if I keep collapsing his economy every time we fight like this, he's eventually going to start giving out and then eventually lose. Like, he doesn't have the power to keep up with me at this point anymore. He never will. Because I can just keep piling the pressure on the entire time now. And that's really what it all comes down to. This is why pre-fight micro is so efficient. Because you can almost always set up a more efficient fight now. And it requires no micro. It's an intelligent way to take a fight without having to mitigate 400 problems during the middle of a fight. Because you're like, oh my god, my zealots are behind my archons, and my archons are behind my fucking immortals. I gotta rotate, move. Oh my god, now I'm running into widow mines. I gotta focus fire those, or whatever. So many problems could happen. Game gets all fucky all the time. But yeah.
You have not enough minerals.
Okay. Sorry guys. That's a quickie right there. Will the shield battery prevent a Terran mine drop? No. A Widow Mine can AoE one-shot a group of probes. One Widow Mine shot can kill like 30 probes at once in one hit.
Hi vibe. Haven't been here in a hot minute. We're approaching our second stream baby though. Just getting over COVID. Hope you're doing well. Less than 3.
Strophium, thank you very much for the 15. Hope you're doing well as well. And much love, dude, for your continuing support for as long as you have. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. My dude. Yeah, like a shield battery, it doesn't prevent damage, it heals damage after it happened. That's what it does. So it doesn't like apply a shield to a unit, it just replenishes the shields they already have once they lose them. And a Widow Mine, it doesn't have damage to one-shot a probe, so it can't be healed. I never made a probe. Whoops. I thought I did, but I didn't. So now let's go ahead and grab a probe off the mineral line and go build the pylon instead. A little bit of a fuck up. Okay, let's build a pylon. Let's stack my patches. Stack close patches, guys. And we stack close patches. Hell yeah. Easy peasy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, he's doing some cheesy stuff. That's fine. Build your gateway. Don't get distracted. Whenever people play like this, guys, don't freak out. He's taking both my gases. It's okay. It's okay. I would say this. I'm actually I think it's kind of cool that this guy did this to me. Because watch this. If this guy wants to take your gases, just do this. Literally. Build a forge. Keep building probes and just build a forge. Now he's building, he's a nutty squirrel. Now he's building a hatchery in my base. At my natural. It's all good. Now, see how the drone's in my mineral line like this? You don't have to pull your whole mineral line to kill this. Just pull an area around the drone and attack it. And as soon as he leaves, just right click the mineral line again. It's all good. Okay, send a probe back down to my natural. Let's go ahead and build our core. Let's also build a cannon. Just one cannon. We're not going to go crazy on cannons. Just one cannon is good. Because again, this guy is investing a bunch of buildings in my base. It's not a big deal, guys. Now here's the craziest thing of all. Watch this. I still want to expand, guys. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking expand. I'm not going to play this guy's dumbass game of just making me waste time. We can go ahead and make a zealot. And what our zealot can do is our zealot can come back up to our main base. Our zealot can come back up to our main base and it can kill the gases in our main mineral line. Okay, now let's go ahead and build. You know what we're going to do now? He's canceled this, and this is protected, and he's currently attacking this. Let's make another nexus. And why am I going to do that? Why does that make any sense? Why are you going to make another nexus? I don't get it. I don't have any gas, guys. This guy took all my fucking gas, right? But am I freaking out? No, I'll just do a mineral build. This is where, if you're a smart player about how you understand what a mineral focus build and a gas focus build is, I can go like this. Oh shit, I don't have any gas. What can I do now? Am I gonna make 30 cannons defensively? No. Just do a fucking mineral focused build. Just do a mineral focused build. And everything will be a-okay. Let's go and make pylons over here. Let's go ahead and make double gas here right now. Okay, well now he's here, right? So it's like, oh, dang it, he's here. Guess what we can do? Just fucking abandon ship. It's okay. It's not a big deal. This guy is so fucking far behind. I'm not worried one bit about this. Zealot kill the other gas, and we can take all our gases at once, and we'll just slowly retake our base.
Your probes are under attack.
Okay, so we'll get our gases saturated in the natural.
Oh, yeah.
Since you're mining inefficiently, can you have them focus on the extractor? Up to 24 probes still gets efficiency. I would say you don't. You could kill the extractors with your probe, but that also in itself is not going to be like, oh, that's an amazing choice. The reason why is because I mean, it's 25 minerals for him to build it, and it's going to cost you probably like 100 to kill it. Okay, let's get our second gateway and our robo, and we'll look what we're doing. The build's going exactly back to what it normally is all the time. Let's say move the zealot out there. So what have we done? We've just managed to make an economy.
Yeah.
I'm still ending up in a position where I'm still in a great spot. Let's go ahead and re-expand to the top left. Or to the third base again. Because why are we doing that? Fully saturated. This is where so many people just don't know how to react. And they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm so confused. What the fuck is happening? And we just went for a mineral-focused reaction. That's all it was. Let's make a couple more pylons, because again, I am supply block right now, so we gotta fix that shit. But it was a mineral-focused reaction. I did not freak out. I did not do anything too crazy. We just reacted to what he was doing with minerals, a mineral-based response.
You have not enough mineral.
Let's go boost our probes. Okay, he's now all-inning me with spine crawlers. That's okay. If he's gonna do that, guys, if he's gonna make spine crawlers and proxy me, it's okay. It's annoying. But look what's dying, right? He's killing my cyber core. So let's go ahead and build a new one. And let's build a couple more gateways now. Because now we know we don't want to prioritize upgrades. Why do we not want to prioritize upgrades? Because we're getting all in. So the upgrades take a while to get, right? So let's do this. Just make a couple stalkers. Back up my units. Stop dying. Tell my units to hold position. Just hold position. Don't freak out. Hold position my units. Also, look at what he's doing, right? He's at my base over there, and it's really annoying. So let's go like this. Recall all these units to the third base. Keep making probes. Don't stop making probes, guys. Do not stop making probes. Army, stop moving. Hold position. Keep making units. We're going to wait until the last second. Army, hold position. He's killing one gateway right now. Is one gateway going to make me lose the game?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. But now he's killing my probes, so let's realign my probes to my natural. Because my probes are going to die every time they walk through these spines now. Because you guys got to realize, I'm getting one base all in, and I'm on 3 bases. The longer this takes for him to kill me, the more ahead I get.
Oh, yeah.
This is where a lot of people, again, panic. And they're like, oh my god, dude, I'm going to die! There's fucking Pokeboys in front of my base! And I'm just like, I have 60 probes, and this guy's got probably 21 drones. He's got a puss economy, like a super crack. Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking expand again. Why? Because he's not actually doing any damage to my base. He's not actually attacking my base yet. He's just there. He's annoying. That's 100% for sure. He's definitely annoying, but he's not actually attacking me yet. Let's go ahead and make another round of stalkers.
You must construct additional pylons. You must construct additional pylons.
Let's go ahead and now let's start getting our upgrades because now we can actually afford it. So let's get a council and double forge. And if I had to guess the supplier now, guys, we're at 118. My opponent's probably at like 60. It's probably at like 60. And now here's a cool trick, right? Watch this cool trick. So, meanwhile, we have a lot of probes oversaturated in my bases. Check this out. Grab a bunch of probes off this base. Send them over here. Grab a bunch of probes off this base. And pull them off. Probe count is looking still pretty good. And let's go like this. All these probes over here, let's recall them to this base over there. Okay, now he's really pushing. Now he's actually pressuring us. So now that he's pressuring us, let's do this. Take all my probes and go to the new base we just made. That we just recalled out of the other base. Select our army, and let's fucking A-move the area. Because he's actually pressuring me now. Also rebuild a pylon. Keep making units. Let's start a Templar Archives. Let's start weapons and armor. And let's start charge. Now let's start chrono boosting these upgrades. So we can afford it. And now what's my probe count looking like? 75. I think the Zerg probably has 20 drones, guys. And look, this wasn't even a fucking fight. The Zerg just insta-died. He fucking flopped over. And the reason why he flopped over is because he doesn't have an economy. This guy's all like crazy, wild, wacky chaos craft strategy, and we're just raw macro. And we were like, cute strategy, but I'm gonna go ahead and kill it now, right? We don't give a shit. Keep chrono boosting upgrades. Now let's start adding in archons to our build. We also have an observer, which is gonna help us kill all this fucking creep that's all over the place. Fix our economy. Fix our economy. Fix our economy. Fix that economy. Let's take another base while we're at it over here. Okay. We can go ahead and take a couple pylons. And look at my money, right? We have a ton of money. So let's go gate, 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 gate. Let's make another robo like over here or something. Grab a couple probes off this base. Transfer them away to a new base. Take a base here. Now let's move our observer and our immortals and stuff like to the left over here so we can kill all this creep in my base. So here again, here's a cool way you can do this. Go like this. A move. A move, 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 A move. Go back to your army. Look at your observer. Follow an immortal with it. And then you don't have to stare at your army the whole time being like, I gotta fucking look at the creep, I gotta kill the creep behind. Just let your army do it for you. Probe count currently is at 89. We actually went over again by a couple. Not a big deal. It's all good. Let's try and take another base again because we're getting fully saturated again. Take a couple gases while we're at it. Let's take a few more gateways again. Okay, we should be pretty good now, honestly. How many? Yeah, we're good. We have 21 buildings now, so we're pretty good to go. We have a lot of production here. So let's finally max out. Okay, we just maxed out. And now let's do this. Let's move down towards his base. Let's take one zealot, A move the left side. One zealot, A move the right side. And the way I just did that, let me go walk you through what I just did. Select all army. I don't have zealots on the first page, so I can hit tab, tab, tab. Now I'm on page 2. A move, shift A move, shift A move. Shift click out one zealot. A move, shift A move, shift A move, shift A move. Shift click out one zealot. Now I'll tell the rest of my units here to wait for a second. I'm finding where the Zerg is. Meanwhile, let's take some static D while we're finding out where the Zerg is. Where do I want to attack? Where is my attack going to be located? Let's go back and chrono boost our upgrades again as well while we're at it. Chrono boost, chrono boost, chrono boost. I mean, sorry, cannon battery, cannon battery. Okay, it looks like that's the base we're attacking. Get my army right now. Go together right now. We found it. We know where we're going. We're going to use this ramp and this ramp again. So, A move. Like, get my army together in the area, first of all, because it has a lot of different move speed. Chrono boost our upgrades while we're waiting. Now, A move my whole army right here. Towards this ramp. Okay, he's here. Okay. He's backing up. Okay, so A move my whole army right there. Green box a chunk of it. Go to the right. Maybe grab a little bit more. Go to the right. I just held shift and grab a little bit more. Now my army's pretty spread. A move the left side of the third base. Shift A move. Shift A move. Now I get a super good fucking concave on top of his army, right? Transfer some probes that are oversaturated to new bases. Get 3 on each gas. Go back to the mineral line. This base is looking juicy now. This base is good. This base is good. That fixed this base. GG. This base is good. There you go. That base is perfect now too. And yeah. Now guys, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. When this guy was all-inning us, we didn't give a shit. Like, this guy is all about making you play like shit. People who play like this are all about trying to make you play terrible because they do something that you just don't know what to do, how to handle it. So I am so glad I just played this guy, because this guy is the perfect reason why I don't want to teach you guys build orders in low league. I do not want to fucking teach you build orders in like gold league and platinum league. Because if I taught you a build order and that's all you knew was, okay, Vibe says build pylon at 13, build gateway at 15, build gas at 16, build nexus at 20, build core at 20, build second gas at 21, build second pylon at 21. If all you knew was numbers and you're like, I just know build order, that's it. You would have no fucking understanding, an idea about how to deal with somebody who plays like this. You'd be like, well, Vibe, my whole brain just got fucking demolished in my head because my opponent just disrupted my build. He took both my gases and he also blocked my nexus. So is there a build order to deal with that? Because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't understand. I'm confused now. But no, we're not. We shouldn't be confused, ideally, and the reason why is because we understand efficiency. We understand efficiency. We know we're doing a mineral-focused build. We are doing a mineral-focused build. And what costs minerals for Protoss? Nexus, probe, pylon, gateway, zealot, assimilator, cannon, forge, shield battery, cybercore. All these things only cost minerals. Everything else for Protoss costs gas. But those 10 things only cost minerals. Okay? Now, obviously, I said 10 things, and some people out there might be like, what the fuck? Oh my god, Vibe keeps a name and shit? I don't understand. But really think about it. It's not that confusing. It's everything that develops your build. It's the baseline of your tech, the fucking forge or the gateway, right? It's the very basic shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or your economy, your nexus, your pylons, your probes, your gases, like to build the gases. All these things only cost minerals. So if our opponent literally takes away our gas, which takes away what costs gas now? Stalkers, robos, immortals, upgrades, archons. These things cost gas. If my opponent takes away all my gas, why don't we just focus more on the minerals while he's being super annoying? Like that, for instance, this game was a totally okay, fair situation where if he's going to block my gas and block my hatchery and also Zergling attack my third base, I could just make a cannon and retake my natural. And have a zealot retake my mineral line. Do I need to make 20 zealots? No, I don't have to make 20 zealots. To be fair, I honestly thought I was going to get away with the double expand. I actually thought I was going to get away with the double expand. It was very likely to happen. But he actually managed to pressure it a bit more. He didn't kill the expand. No, he actually didn't kill the double expansion. I recalled, so I did.
Build order. Is there a build order here?
Thank you very much for the bits, Trophium. Yeah, build order is it's not a good way to teach someone how to play the game, like right away. It's good once you know how to play the game, but teaching someone how to just use a build order is such a low understanding of what the fuck you're doing in StarCraft if that's all you think about, right? You gotta actually think about the game more than that, right? So what can we do with our minerals? Because this guy, our opponent is investing his own minerals and ruining his own build to fuck with our build. Pulling 4 drones across the map right away is not free, guys. That's a big investment. That's a big investment. So he's got a 4th drone there. He's got 3 drones already in my base, right? He double gas steals me. And then he fucking hatch blocks me. And we decided to build a gateway and a forge. And I'm still going to build my core. I'm still going to build my core. And it's okay. I can have my zealot clear out the gases, and I can keep making probes, and I can just expand around it, right? Because, I mean, what is it? What can this guy actually afford? Think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. What have I been able to afford so far? I've made a pylon, a gateway, and a forge. 300 minerals between these 2 buildings, plus 100 for the pylon. So I've made 400 minerals worth of stuff so far. And the Zerg player has made 350 minerals of stuff in my base so far because the hatchery is 300 and gases are 25 each. So this is 400 minerals versus 350. So what does this mean? This is all the Zerg's fucking money. Again, I already know there is no pool yet because I could not afford a fucking more stuff behind this as well. I can't afford 3 gates right now. And a forge and a pylon and all this shit. I can't afford all this stuff. And if I can't afford all this extra stuff, neither can he. And here's the thing you got to think about as well. I have been mining my mineral line perfectly the entire time. My opponent ran 4 drones right away across the map, which means 1/3 of his entire mineral line left his mineral line right away.
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck can someone have more money than me? If I can't even afford more than this, and his build is about matched with mine, how the only reason why it's matched with mine, and I have a little bit of bank. I could actually make like 1 more gate right now, but the current investment is about the same. Okay, it's about the same. And how the fuck could this guy have more than I do if he's mining less than I am? It's impossible. He can't have more than I do. So that is why we literally said, why don't we just expand out here? Who gives a shit? Like, what's this guy going to do to us? It's not a big deal.
Oh,
Can't do too much at the moment because he can't afford anything. He's got 12 supplies still. Thank you for the 7 gifted subs, Ian M7. Thank you so much, dude. And the KBSB, thank you for the Prime. Much love.
Oh, yeah.
Teaching someone a build order is equivalent of teaching someone a guitar song instead of teaching them how to play a guitar. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you don't actually understand what you're doing if you just learn a build order. You need to understand how to play the game. You need to understand how to think about the game. And if you can do that, any build order can make sense to you. Only one build order can make sense to you if you only learn one build order. But every build order can make sense to you if you actually know how to fucking play StarCraft. So if he's taking away my minerals, or sorry, if he's taking away my gas, and he's focusing me on a mineral priority, and he's doing it with 4 drones at the start of the game, which puts him guaranteed into a mineral priority as well. We're both in minerals only right now. Like anyone who would see, like here's the thing, right? Me seeing this, I can guarantee this guy does not have a spawning pool. I already know he doesn't. This is too expensive. 4 drones right away, plus he built a fucking hatchery in my base and 2 gases. This is too expensive to have a spawning pool. And I know that because I understand how economy works. But if you're someone who looks at this and goes, well, Vibe, what if he attacks you with like Ravagers right now?
Do you recommend to ever attack before max at lower levels? It causes me to panic a bit when I get attacked, so I'm curious your thoughts. Thanks, Vibe.
Okay, what you need to do is you need to get a friend, and you and your friend need to go to Home Depot, and you guys need to buy a vise. And then you need to put your nuts in that vise and have your friend clamp it up to where it's just basically holding you in place. And then every time your friend watches you try to leave your base, he does 1 rotation. That'll teach you not to move out. No, why are you panicking? No, don't attack early. It's bad. You have to realize, if you have a better economy than your opponent, you're not actually losing the game when you get attacked. This game is a perfect example. We were getting attacked the entire fucking time. And I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit. You have to understand investment. You have to understand economy. Like if you have any sense of a scout, then you're like, okay, my opponent is on 1 base and I'm on 4 bases. I think we're good. Thank you for the bits though, having fun. No. The answer to your question is no. I do not recommend it. You should not do that. You know what's gonna happen when you do that? It'd be like this. Let me give you an analogy. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say you're in a zombie apocalypse. And let's say there are 2 zombies smacking on the front door of your house. And there's like 3 of you inside. And you guys are currently trying to like scavenge material that one of you can go outside and one of you can put on your body so that when that one person goes outside, he can fight the zombies and the zombies won't be able to bite him. And you guys start panicking because there's zombies knocking on your door and they're really not doing anything. They're like barely doing much at all in the grand scheme of things. They're slowly whittling away at that door, and that door might last for a long time though. And then one of you panics and goes, fuck it, I'm going to go fight him now. And you open the door early with no protection, and it bites you in the fucking arm, and then you kill the zombies, but your arm is fucking bit. And you close the door again, and now you have a new problem. Because you engaged the fight before you're ready for it. Perfect analogy. You're just going to fight at weaker power. It doesn't make any sense.
I asked my friend to do the vice thing to me. He said we're not that close.
Okay, well, looks like you got to get another friend. Thank you, Strophium. And Vitamin C, thank you for the 2. Thank you guys for the bits and support.
I'm a little embarrassed. I've been using my testicle vice incorrectly all these years.
Well, there you know. Okay, so we build our core. We built 1 cannon. And we don't care at all. Like, look at this situation, guys. Look at this fucking situation. 11 supply Zerg versus a 21 supply Protoss. And he is still working on that pool at the moment. This is much later in the game, by the way. This is after I've already expanded. Is this threatening at all? Fuck no, it's not threatening. I don't give a shit about this. This is the least threatening thing I've ever seen. You want to know what would win, though? If I panic. and I make stupid choices. That's how I lose. So Zerg cancels his hatchery because we have a cannon now. And then our zealot now is over here clearing out the gases. It's all good. We're mining resources the entire time. And now Zerg shows up and he starts hitting my third base. And it's like, oh no. Did I give a shit, guys? I didn't give a shit. Was I like, oh my god, he's attacking my third now? No. I didn't give a shit. All I did was I went, all right, probes, come back to my natural. Look at the supply right now. I am more than doubling his supply in the first 3 minutes of the game. And he actually kills the Nexus. I couldn't remember if he killed the Nexus or not. He kills the Nexus, right? you might be thinking to yourself, oh my god, we're so far behind because he killed my Nexus. But look at this. I'm actually like tripling his supply now, almost. We're getting closer and closer to that concept. I am now tripling his supply. How did I know we were fine this game? Because my opponent pulled 4 drones right at the start of the game. Left testicle, thank you for the
My
donut.
brother was so young, I'd cry.
Thank you, man. He was good. He was a good boy. Thank you very much for the 2. So this guy pulled 4 drones right away. He built 2 gases and a hatchery in my base, and then his other drone disappeared. And now I can tell already again he built another fucking hatchery at my base because there's creep here. So he built 2 hatcheries and 2 gases at my base with his first 4 drones. He also went for lings right away, right after, and tried to kill my third base, and he did. And even though I lost my third base, which ultimately meant I lost more resources than he did, I know that I am mining a fucking ridiculous amount more than he is. I am not intimidated in the slightest by this guy's economy. And the reason why this is happening is because my opponent has done a build that has forced me into a mineral priority, which increases my macro potential because minerals are how you expand. So it makes me expand even quicker. And my opponent has also invested into things that have delayed his own. Those hatcheries and those gases and those drones are not free, guys. Those lings to follow it up right away after are not free. I can guarantee that because all I've been doing, I've not been distracted. I have been macroing the whole time. I can guarantee I am crushing this guy's supply, which is why when he shows up with spine crawlers, do I just rush into the fight and try to take the fight right away? I don't give a shit. I'm not like, oh my god, there's a spine crawler. Let's pull my probes and fight it with 1 stalker. I know I'm mining more than he is because I have been going for economy. He has been going for all in and failing throughout the last 5 minutes of this game. Like overall, I would say we're still in a great spot, which is why it's 60 fucking supply to 18. So I have no intention to fight this right away. I don't care. I have a good, juicy economy, and I can guarantee without a doubt that my opponent does not have an economy even remotely close to this. Then we build another, or we built another Nexus, and then he scouts it again. This is the second Nexus at our third. And we just recall our units. Again, I'm not afraid. My 1 cannon is more than enough to keep my base safe right now, and new warp ends as well can deal with it as well. So we just recall these units over here to protect new probes going to this base. And then we hold position this army. That way it doesn't aggro into spine colors. Now look at all these spines. Players out there might be like, Vibe, this is scary. Is it though? Stalker Immortal beats the shit out of spine. And the more you have, the more extreme that gets. So if I engaged 5 spines and some Zerglings with 1 Immortal and 4 Stalkers and 1 Zealot, yeah, that could be a little scary. But why do I have to do that when look at my income, guys? What happens if 1 minute goes by and the excess of 16 or basically almost 1,700 minerals are in my favor? You know how much units you can make with 1,700 minerals? A lot. You can make a lot of stuff. You can make like 9 Stalkers. Imagine if I had 9 more Stalkers. Suddenly this looks like a joke then. And what if 2 minutes goes by? What if I had an extra 18 Stalkers? And that's assuming I don't keep making probes, which I'm going to do, and my economy is going to go even higher than it is. Patience with economy management is how you win so many fucking times in this game. I am not panicking, and I am allowing this guy to kill himself on me. He is literally putting himself into a corner. He's backing himself into a corner where he has no option anymore. He's like, oh, this spine color attack better work. Please attack it, because if you attack it now, maybe you'll trade Stalkers to spines, and it'll be only like 4 spines versus 5 Stalkers. and I can actually somewhat kill your units. Whereas if I just wait, he's like, okay, well now I only have like 6 spines or 7 spines, and you have 30 stalkers. Okay, I can't beat that anymore. And why is that? It's because our economy crushes the shit out of this guy. Stop panicking. Stop panicking, players. Learn how to macro. Learn how to embrace the macro and just chill the fuck out. So many players would be so uneasy right now having creep in their face and having spines in their face. But again, this guy rushed this build. He has this is the weakest crap ever. He rushed it, which means his economy sucks. You can't do everything at once. This is where a lot of players that are genuinely like lower league, like gold or some shit, or like platinum would be like, I better go now. This guy's going to get like swarm host on me, or he's going to have like broodlords. And it's like, is he? Dude, no fucking way. This guy can't do everything at once. It's not possible to be everything. And this is where, if you know how to play efficient, you can pace someone based off of your efficiency. Like if you don't play efficient, then yes, this guy could have broodlords by now. If you, by the time you got to 120 supply, he could totally have broodlords if you don't play efficient. If your build is fucking all over the place, and instead of at 8 minutes getting at 120 supply, if you got to 120 supply at 17 minutes, definitely, yeah, he could have fucking broodlords then. That's very realistic. But if my opponent is doing all these aggressive things, and I know I'm playing efficient, because we're doing a mineral-focused build, and I see what my opponent is doing. My opponent's doing one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, and he's just constantly pressuring me. Well, I know that my opponent's economy is not going to be as good as mine, because am I doing the same thing to him? Did I open the game up with a cannon rush? And then did I open the game up first by running 4 probes to his base and building gases and a nexus at his natural, and then cannon rush him?
Yeah.
And then make proxy zealots go across the map into his base? No, I didn't do any of that.
Time for B2GM.
I didn't do, thank you very much, Shepard, for the 9-month resub, dude. I didn't do any of that. All I did was I expanded and I made probes and I made units with my excess amounts of money. That's all I did. Which is why, again, I know I'm so far ahead. And this is what the fight overall looks like at the end while we play patient. And I don't move, I don't attack him. I do not attack him until he attacks us. And now that he's corrosive biling my buildings down, I'm like, all right, seems like we've waited long enough. I have been sitting here for like 5 minutes while he's starting to corrosive bile me. And now he's going to kill my buildings, right? So now we just go for it. And now he just killed my pylon and unpowered my building. So now if I keep sitting here, now we're actually going to start taking some damage. But even if I did, is it really that big of a deal? We're at 143 supply versus 57. And look at what the fight looks like when we go out. This is, guys, my army is not 1 zealot, 4 stalkers, and 1 immortal. My army, instead, is 6 zealots, an observer, 3 immortals, and 22 stalkers. There's a big difference there. But look at his spine crawlers. Have they changed much since the beginning? No. He has not made any more spines. He's starting to make more now.
Oh, yeah.
But again, this is one thing after another where my opponent is like so all in, and he is hoping I throw my fucking build away. Because he's hoping that his build makes me play stupid. That's what he's hoping for. That's the kind of player that this guy will beat, is the player who panics and does really bad decisions repeatedly. And is like, oh my god, fucking hatchery, pull 8 probes and kill the hatchery. And then he cancels it and builds another one, and you do it again. And then you build, like, you rush double gas with only 8 probes on the mirror line, 6 probes on the gas, and you build like 2 fucking robos, 1 nexus, and you start making a fucking immortal. And you're like, I hope it works. And then he like surrounds your immortal with some zerglings and spines kill it. Blah, blah, blah. It's rough, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to fall in the position where you just stop macroing and start freaking out. Because this guy has no chance with how much units we have. Like, look at that supply right now, dude. That's pretty one-sided. And look at my opponent's base. Would you realize that my opponent just now took an expansion? He just now expanded at 9.5 minutes. And he's got 2 drones currently on the middle. Or he's got 2 drones and a third somewhere coming, I think. Oh, there, sorry, there it is right there. 3 drones on the middle line. He's got 3 drones on the middle line. That's not the same economy as us. At all. Not even close. That's his natural, right? This is our natural. This is our third. This is our fourth. And we're about to take a fifth. So again, this guy just has no chance. And then here comes the final attack when we push. This is what our army looks like when we attack him. This is what happens. So this army goes to the right, this army goes to the left, and this is what happens. Army on the right kills the hatchery. Army on the left engages a bit on his army, and then eventually kills the hatchery as well. And his army literally lost to like 3 Archons and a few Zealots. Like that's how little his army was. We have so much more than 3 Archons and a few Zealots. Our army's enormous. Don't panic. Don't panic, guys. Learn resource priority like we've been talking about this whole time. Don't panic. Oh my god, we're actually only 1 game away from... We're 1 MMR away from being promoted. So we gotta play 1 more. It's 2893 is promotion. Shit! Vibe, what does beating a dead horse mean? Just kidding, I love you. It's okay. Every single day people tell me to stop repeating myself. And then every single day people ask me the same questions repeatedly. It's a conundrum.
Oh, yeah.
Don't panic.
Don't panic, Johnny. Thank you very much, dude, for the 59-month resub. You're a beast. Thank you for the bits as well, Chogler. Much love, man. Okay, let's go scout his base. Get our last probe on that last patch that only has 1. Okay. Scouted his base. We see a hatchery. That makes us feel good because we're not getting 12 pooled right now. And then we see there's no... There you go. There's the pool. Oh, we just bail. It's all good. We confirmed what he's doing, essentially. Send our probe down to our natural, and let's go build our Nexus. What's up, Koopa? What's up, dude?
You are such a MILF.
MILF lover. Thank you very much for the 1069. Goddamn. Sexy time. 1069, sexy time. It's Mr. Nasty time.
Don't panic, be efficient. Here endeth the lesson. From the Book of Vibe, Chapter 12.
That's right. Don't panic, dude. Just relax and macro. Put your
Watch
macro
new
pants on.
video. Zerg found Protoss with Inimus.
That's right. But thank you, Iswalik, for the 500, and Agent Fish, thank you for the 100 biddies. Much love, guys. Chrono boost out a Stalker. Chrono boost out our probes. Yeah, we're just chilling while we wait for things to set up. Let's make our second gateway. Let's also make our robo. Okay, let's go ahead and build another pylon. Let's build another pylonole. Pylonoles. Trying to boost my probes. Build another pylon, honestly, over here. This way, not only are we revealing our base, but also we're trying not to supply block. Let's go ahead and scout now. Let's scout the right side of the map. Yeah, let's go ahead and take our third base. Warp gate's about to be done as well, so we can get ready to build more units in a second. Okay, there's no third there, right? So, okay, looks like he might be taking one in a second. And we can see, you know, drones. We don't see units right now, we just see drones. Looks like he's doing B2GM build. Like, it looks like it, right? I mean, should I know how to identify that yet? As a Platinum Protoss? Who cares? It's not the biggest deal. Just try to find his army, right? Be like, okay, what? Like, I see a Roach Warren. And I saw workers. It wasn't army yet. Cool. That's all we needed to know. And we also confirmed that his third base is actually about the same time as mine. Mine's actually a little bit faster, to be honest. Okay, let's go ahead and build some gates. Let's put like one more pylon right there so we can put gates in the line here to cover the middle line on the side so we're more protected. We can start getting upgrades as well, because our third base is about done and it's getting really well saturated already. After we make the upgrades, we can get more gateways. Let's make another hallucination. This time we'll go left side. Make another immortal, and then we'll make gateways.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make our gateways. So gateway, gateway, and gateway. Cool. That's a nice wall there. And we didn't get to see, we didn't pay attention, but it's okay. We've confirmed there's no hidden bases on the right side of the maps. That's one of the big things we care about too, is hidden bases. Like making sure that our opponent is not sneaking out bases underneath us and being like, you didn't know I expanded, did you? Build another pylon like right there so I can build more gates in the main base. Build another immortal and some more stalker. Or actually at this point, let's start making zealots, because we can start also making archons. Fix my gases, make some zealots. Let's expand again. Transfer a couple probes up to a new base that we're taking right now. Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. 73 probes currently. We're almost done. We're getting close. Okay, now we can start making archons and zealots. Chrono booster upgrades.
You must construct additional pylons. I return to serve.
Let's send out another hallucination on the right side. Find out if this dude has more bases, just like we do. Okay, and now we're done making probes, guys. We're actually at that juicy, juicy, juicy point of finishing up our production of our economy. Let's make a round of zealots and a couple of Templar. And the guy does not have a base on the top side. Where's your army? Okay, Roaches and Hydras, cool. We know we're up against ground, so we've confirmed that. Makes us more comfortable because now we know what we're fighting against. We can start more production. We can start another robo. We can start more gateways. Just don't go crazy on it. Just make some. Because again, we're not trying to like get 20 production buildings right now and then not build units for a long time. We're still trying to maximize 4, 5, 4, 5. 5 is done because we're actually done making probes. So we're just trying to maximize 4. We're trying to make sure we make units the whole time. Okay, let's go ahead and expand again. Let's go north, whatever. Does not matter. Transfer a couple probes over. Keep units being produced. Transfer them here, actually. Get upgrades. Corona boost those upgrades. Get all these buildings we just made. Organize them. Transfer some probes to some gases. Keep building units. And Corona boost our immortals out and our upgrades out. And again, what's our goal? 930 max out, right? So we're almost there. We're getting close. Let's go ahead and send out another hallucinated scout. We'll go left side this time. Where is your bases? Transfer some probes. Okay, get some Archons. And there you go. There's a base on the far left side. So we've actually maxed out at 920. So we did a good job, right? We definitely maxed out pretty fast. So now let's go ahead and let's get our army over here. Move our army down to that area like right now. While we're moving out, let's make some more production. We need a little bit more, right? We're not done yet. Like 5 gateways there. Let's make a few more gateways like over here. Okay, this game's now becoming a base trade. It's okay. If it's base trade, fuck the concept of split management of what you're doing. Like, don't worry too much about being like, I gotta be perfect about my setup of my fight. Just fucking attack his base. Because he's not there anymore, so we're not worried about getting good concave. Just at his base, hard. Make new probes. And make new units. And somewhere where you can have a bit of a, like a tourniquet to your base, to a degree. Like, cut off the Zerg to a degree. Let's make a Dark Shrine somewhere else as well. Because the Dark Shrine is super good at base trades. So let's throw down a Dark Shrine, like, at this base over here. Okay. So this base is definitely going to die. Let's make a Dark Shrine over here. Let's make a couple... Let's make core. A couple new gates. Keep making probes. And just try to fix your shit, right? Fix your shit. Make a couple pylons over here. Okay, these probes are all dying on the high ground. Let's start transferring them away. We can build another nexus over here. Or no, we can't. Can we? Let's try in a second. Probes are still dying. Transfer these probes away. They're all just dying. They don't need to die. They don't need to die. Okay, let's make a just keep making probes the whole time. Make some more gateways up here. Like maybe like 4 gateways. Okay, he's up here now with some units. Let's make a bunch of zealots over here. We just rapid fired some zealots off. Also, how close is our Dark Shrine? It's almost done. Keep making probes, guys. Take our army now. And let's go ahead and hit the right side. So a move like towards the right side. Okay, he's got a lot of lurkers in my base. Okay, so if he's got lurkers, let's go ahead and run away. Run away. Hit the other base. We don't have any way to deal with lurkers right now, so let's just do this. Let's do this. Let's take my army and let's go home. Okay? Let's go home like this. Go right here. Go home. Keep making probes. What's our probe count at currently? We're at 35. It's not great. Cancel these gateways too, because they're all dying. Like, stop building shit there. The lurkers are killing everything. Let's build more base. Build some more pylons. Okay. Get my army in front of my base right here. And this is a moment where you, again, this is a judgment call, right? What do you want to do? Do you want to go kill his building that you can see on the map? Or do you want to chill? What do you want to do? And I would say it's really up to you, right? Whatever you feel more comfortable with. Macroing is the safer option, almost always. But here's what you can do. Check this out. Let's take like 2 zealots. And let's go like this. We just A-moved towards that building. A-move there, shift A-move there with like 2 zealots. We put them on like control 2. I'll tell you why we did that in a second. There's a reason why we do that. Okay, keep building pylons because we're still supply blocked. Okay, he's here. A-move the area. 2, A-move, shift A-move. Right? So that way we can A-move the area, but also not fuck up our army. Okay, now we're losing the supply, right? We're losing supply of units. So we can now make a choice. What are we going to make? You want to make some more fucking Templar? Do we want to make Immortal? Well, actually, we can't make shit, really, because we have no gateways. We're pretty stuck on what we're making. It's really just Templar. We have no choices. GG. So, I mean, it happens, right? Sometimes base trades happen. Sometimes base trades happen. You just want to make the most of your situation. Another thing we could have done. Here's an important thing we could have done as well, right? So when the game gets kind of fucky and it's like really crazy, here's one thing that's really bad that happened, okay? One thing that's really bad that happened is this observer. So you got to always remember the sequence, right? If we A-move towards his army, we really need to make sure our observer doesn't fly forward. We didn't do it this time, so our observer flies in and dies. And when that observer dies, that means that we lost all forms of detection for those lurkers. But thank God he put most of his, or rather all of his lurkers in this fight. He put them in first and they all died, because otherwise those things would have been grinding my ass away with no detection. That was my only observer. So that was not good for us, right? Secondly, it would have been nice if I could have made DTs instead of Zealots go up here and start killing this shit, because they kill faster than Zealots do, and they're also cloaked, which causes a whole new problem for Zerg. But I couldn't do it because I was supply blocked. I was literally supply blocked until things started dying here. So, and the Zealots are already up here, so I sent them earlier, right? But anyways, this was legit B2GM versus B2GM. The only thing about this that was not super normal was my opponent used aggressive lurkers, and I have not personally done that myself. So he's taking his own spin on how he wants to play B2GM. He's using lurkers in the composition, which is whatever. I'm not gonna get mad at him or anything like that. It's all good. It's something you have to micro more, right? And micro is not great at lower league. It fucks you over. But I mean, this was a base trade, so can't really get too mad at him for that. It was a base trade. So builds are normal. Both of us are passive. Both of us are macroing. Both of us are having about the same supply. Both of us have very similar worker counts. We are both cruising with our economies. The game is developing at a solid stage right now. Okay, and now our opponent decides to attack. So the only thing I would say about this game, which is why I think our opponent lost here, is because our opponent put, honestly, like no effort into rebuilding his army. And I think what he did instead is he put all of his effort into attacking with lurkers and hydras and making sure he could try to kill my base. Whereas us, we put almost no effort into fighting with our army and defending our base. We rally pointed here and we were making units. That was it. It's called a tourniquet. Like we're trying to make a new stand somewhere else in our base that can maybe hold the line for a little bit. But again, this is no micro, so we're not really putting a lot of effort into that, not a lot of emphasis. Instead, what we're doing is we're rebuilding bases. We're rebuilding bases. We're building new probes. We're building bases up here. We're rebuilding everywhere. So he's attacking my base. We're attacking his base. And things are dying everywhere, right? But look what's happening at the same time. I've lost a base, and I've taken a new base. He lost 2 bases, and he has not expanded again yet. This is where a lot of people, again, always resort to fucking micro over macro, and you need to make sure you don't just stop macroing. As soon as everybody does this at some point. This is where, you remember how I always talk about how endurance is the thing in StarCraft 2? Where it's like, StarCraft 2 is really about, like macro versus macro. It's literally like an endurance race, and the first one who drops off is going to be the loser. Well, this is kind of what happened here, because since we're actually rebuilding and relocating ourselves at other bases now, because we're trying to save bases, what's happening is we're able to maintain overall more than our opponent, right? We're maintaining more than our opponent. Like, how many workers have died? We've both killed about the same amount of workers, but I am maintaining more than my opponent because we're still building workers. We're trying to. We're supply blocked at the moment because my base is fucking dying. But yeah, I'm trying to rebuild my base. I'm building new shit everywhere. I'm constantly trying to relocate. Like, if you look at what's in production, the Zerg is also... The Zerg, I can't say he's not. He is trying to relocate over here. But... Again, it's one of those things where, like, it just needs to be done a little bit more optimally. Because, like, for instance, like, this building has been made for 4 seconds. This building has been made for 15. This building is just about to start. This building has been made for 3 seconds. So what does that mean? It means all these buildings have been made for 15 seconds or less. And when did we start relocating? 45 seconds ago. And all these buildings are under 45 seconds, but like 21 seconds, 19, 17, 15, 9, 12. Up here, same thing. 8, 5, 2, about to build something. Just a lot more buildings going on, right? This is 3 buildings versus like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 buildings. We're just trying to rebuild, recover. But yeah, I will say I can't disagree with the lurkers. I can't disagree with lurkers. He did it right. I actually thought he went lurkers aggressively. For a second, but he did that after the base trade. So, because I wasn't watching his army, I thought he might have had lurkers like in the push. So I actually I take back what I said about sharp shots lurkers usage. It's base trade mentality. I think it's fine for platinum. I think it's actually it's fine. I just think that he didn't have enough emphasis on relocating, because the thing is, here's the thing, with Zerg. What you want to do is you want to relocate with like lurkers planted at the new base. So like if there was a hatchery here, you'd ideally want to have lurkers planted at the hatchery. And imagine, just imagine, there was 8 lurkers here or like 6 lurkers here. Where's my observer? It's not even here. The lurkers would be killing my army for free right now. And then overall, at the end of the base trade, again, like I said before, you have a choice, right? You can try to base trade, which he has a lot of minerals in the bank, so he can do it. He can base trade for a while if he's really good about moving drones around. But yeah, if you play the safer option, which is just guard your base, like make a stand at your base and guard it, that's also, like, it puts him in a situation now where, look at the mining. It's 0 versus 1,000, which means the longer that it takes for my opponent to do anything, we're getting further and further and further ahead. But we just had too much, so. He did a good job, honestly. Yeah, sharp shoot. You did a pretty good job, man. Honestly, that was definitely one of the harder games we've played, and it makes me really happy that I can literally say this every time. It makes me super happy to say this. My hardest games I keep playing that are constantly happening below Diamond League are all people who do B2GM. I'm not just saying that to say it. You guys can see it for yourselves. This definitely was a harder game than, like, for instance, the Zerg player we just played earlier. That fucking hatchery proxied me and shit like that. Like Chaos Craft. People who actually macro and have real armies when the time comes to fight are way harder to deal with than people who only have, like, 80 supply when I have 200. So, good shit, Sharpshoot. Much love, man. GG. And, yeah, there you go, boys. That's going to do it for us in Platinum 3, because guess what? We're getting promoed. Oh my fucking god, dude. You ready for it, man? Wowzers. Here we go. Look at it. Look at the MMR. We broke it. And guess what? Let's get that promotion going on. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Platinum 2. Wow. Don't mind the second vibe behind me speaking as well. Sorry, guys. Don't mind him. He's just chilling at the moment. This is not a recording. This is real. This is happening right now. No, I have to do it like this because ladder's currently locked, so I can't actually get promoted right now. Once a week from now goes by, ladder won't be locked anymore, and then I can do promos like normal again. But for the next like 6 days, we have to do it like this, or 5 days. So anyways, guys, much love. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck to you in your journey to GM, or as high as you want to go on the ladder with Protoss. Again, this has been Platinum 3. We will take you in the next video from Platinum 2 to Platinum 1. So I'll see you guys in Platinum 2. We'll be talking about more things. Again, I talked about this briefly earlier in this video, and I'll explain it more in Platinum 2. It's another reference to knowing if your macro is good or bad. We're going to start talking about what I like to call the 2-minute trick, or like the 2-minute expand timer. Which, what that means is about every 2 minutes in Platinum, the rest of Platinum League, every 2 minutes we need to try, as long as we're not getting all in, we need to try to be throwing down an expansion again and again and again and again until we have about 8 bases. So I'll see you guys then. I will see you guys in the next video. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Have fun. I will see you guys next time. Peace, guys. See ya.